Oh my goodness.
Here we go. All right. All right, welcome everybody. This is the launch, woohoo, of the Kingmaker campaign.
Woo!
I'm Ronald, the rules lawyer, joined by 4 players from around the world. And Kingmaker is the new adventure path that is a remake of a adventure path, one of the most popular ones from Pathfinder First Edition, now remade for Pathfinder Second Edition. And also, in the meantime, there was a computer role-playing game that became very successful after a buggy start, but it's the company that made it from Russia had a huge it was very successful in the long run, and they had a sequel, Wrath of the Righteous. So this is a campaign that has a lot of additions to it, and as you can see from my screen, it's a very big book. It's like 680 pages or so. Not counting the extra content and adventures from the NPC companion guide. I think, if I were to guesstimate, there's like an additional 50 to 100% of content then is needed to level up the party, and it goes up to level 20. And it's also a sandbox campaign where the adventurers at some point get to found a kingdom. We're going to see what happens at the start. I'm just going to ask people to introduce themselves briefly, and also we're going to go through some housekeeping and mechanics too before going into the story. So I'm just going to go from top to bottom on my screen. From the top is Amy. Go ahead and say whatever you want about yourself and your previous experience with RPGs.
Hi, yeah, so I'm Amy. I started playing role-playing games 7 or 8 years ago with Pathfinder First Edition, actually. And I was an early adopter of Second Edition, and should we introduce our characters as well? Or
Say
is that going to be
the
later?
mechanics. We're going to go into more of their backstory later.
Okay. Well, I am playing a witch, a half-orc witch of curses, named Astel, and I have a little snake familiar named Feedy. So hoping to do a lot of buffing and debuffing, and helping the team out, basically be a support player.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Okay, cool. Anthony.
Hello, my name is Anthony, and I have been playing Pathfinder 2 for a little while now, but I have been playing various role-playing games for, going on 30 years now. I have played in the Abomination Vaults Adventure Path with Ronald, and so that's my most recent experience. I will be playing Sylvanas, who is a human ranger who's got himself a nice wee little bear cub as his companion, and looking forward. I'm focused more on ranged combat, but yeah, that's be interesting.
Okay, great. And next is Matthew.
So I am Matthew. I'm not very good at this, but I started playing role-playing games about 5, 6 years ago. I started D&D 5e in the past 2 years, I'd say. So I started moving to other games because 5e got stale after a while, and it's only got more stale since then, frankly. Regardless, I am playing Redfern, the Black Dragon, because I am super special. And I like playing characters. And anyone who's watched streams before may know me from the Outlaws of Alcazar and the Abomination Vault campaigns. And we're also played Redfern, the Black Dragon Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Okay, cool. And I'm sorry, I'm remembering your name, Billy.
Hi everyone, I'm Billy. I have been playing role-playing games for, I don't know, give or take the past 10 years. And one of my friends decided that he wanted to play Pathfinder 2e when it came out, and so I've been hooked ever since. I am playing a human thaumaturge doing thaumaturge things. Yeah.
Okay. Thaumaturge is one of those weird classes. It's like magic. Yeah. Magic were not cast by spells, but it's just like using weird relics and antiques. All right. Oh wow, we got 81 viewers so far. Everybody, click like. That helps the algorithm, puts us in front of more people. I'm going to do some housekeeping and ask people, possibly for the second or third time, some things about their characters. We had a round of character creation, and I had some notes to pass to people. First of all, this is a campaign that's using the free archetype variant. We're also using the slow XP track, which can be adjusted as is needed by me, because it's a very sandboxy campaign, and also if they choose to go do a side quest with one of the NPCs that have a side quest involved with them, it might make sense to control things. I didn't want to do full milestone, because that's kind of weird in a sandbox, because how do you control when you get to the next level, So we're doing a adjusted XP system. And I wanted to ask, oh yeah, we're also doing gradual ability boost through level 5. And I don't think we used any other variants, remind me. I have 4 different campaigns.
Battle to Dragons? Battle to Dragons
Yes.
and Horde roll for...
Yeah, Battles to Dragons by Roll for Combat. They, so far, are the premier third-party creators for Pathfinder 2nd Edition, with one of the lead Pathfinder 2e designers, Mark Seifter. His character is a literal dragon, but it's there's this ritual that makes them not quite as big and scary. They are literal dragons, though, and we're also using the variant rule of the dragon horde, where the more gold is in his right,
yeah.
his horde, the more powerful he becomes. Okay, so did everyone get their free archetype feat at level 1? Did everyone add that? Because we're house ruling that too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, just my thing real quick, so to get a bit better.
Okay. Also, I brought up the fact that I think no one in this group has healer's tools. Did you guys talk about that, or did anyone address that? Because
I do have
medicine
healer's tools on me.
Oh, okay. Was I mistaken?
No, when you had initially asked the question, you were right. But I went back and changed what I bought a little bit and grabbed some healer's tools. I'd always planned on do that, but I just messed up.
Cool. Amy, you were saying something?
I was gonna say, I brought it up because I know I have medicine trained, but I couldn't quite fit healer's tools into my purchase, so I just wanted to double check to make sure someone at least has healer's tools.
Okay. Yeah.
Longbow.
Okay. Then my next note is that. I'm not sure. Do you ever write notes for yourself and have trouble understanding it later?
Yeah.
All the time.
Okay, you have a 6th cantrip via your familiar, correct? Because you have a familiar.
Correct. Yes.
And your familiar would have a 2nd, or actually 2 more abilities, right? Because you're a witch.
Right. So my familiar also has the climber ability because he's he's a snake. So I gave him that additional mobility option, and then my other one is familiar focus. So I believe I can spend an action and get a focus point back. Is what it is. Once per day. Oh, I can. The familiar uses 2 actions to restore a focus point to me.
So effectively,
I use
1 action to get it back.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, good. And you said you would craft some oils and potions, so I'll just trust you that that's in your inventory and that you worked out the money. Yep. And you got, as a human with a +4 intelligence modifier, you get 5 languages in addition to common.
Yes. I had them picked out. I forgot to put them on the sheet. So they are on my sheet. So Draconic, Dwarven, Jotun. I don't know if you pronounce the J as a J in Galarian or not.
I think it's Jotun. I do think it's Jotun.
I think from it's. I would say with Jotun, it doesn't matter. There's no correct way, but given the origins linguistically, I think it's a Y. If it's like Germanic.
Okay, so I'm just going to keep pronouncing it Jotun then. And then Orcish, obviously, and then as a half-orc, and then Sylvan as my last language. So, yep.
Sylvan's common?
I should be all set.
Am I wrong? Sylvan?
It is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. It was undercommon, surprisingly, in 2nd edition.
Oh, undercommon, that's because it's like a trade language among all the different underground folks. That's my belief. What does this note mean? Di mon di mucho. I don't know what that means. I'll have to skip it. Billy, level 1 archetype feat.
Yes, I was having trouble putting that in on Foundry, but I took Archaeologist.
Oh, okay. Just plop it under bonus feats.
Yep, it's there now. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Archaeologist. Interesting. Interesting.
Sounds
All right.
familiar.
Hey, you guys, you know what? Before our opening scene, you guys were talking about having, meeting on the way, right? So we should play that out. You were, what, on the same wagon headed to the capital?
I think that was Anthony and Amy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what do other people, what do other people think? Do you want to meet at the feast, or?
I would like to meet at the feast, purely for logistical reasons. A dragon probably not fitting in a carriage.
Oh, okay.
Even a small one.
Well, that's your view. Other people?
Well, small, relatively speaking. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I'm okay with meeting at the feast as well.
Okay. All right. I have some little volume adjustments to make. Hold on.
Well, and I suggested that because we have the background feats that we chose have some commonality, and figured, if I'm traveling to, I don't really know where we're at, but we could words. Yeah, I figured it was a good idea. I'll just leave it at that.
Let me a couple of more housekeeping questions. Billy, you have 13 skills. Did we figure out?
That sounds right.
Yeah. You are everyone who's new from
Thaumaturge.
5e is probably like, oh my god, 13 skills. Thaumaturge gives you like 8 skills by alone. I'm not I'm gonna, since we have a 3-hour session, I'm just gonna ask us to check in again on that. And then later.
Okay.
And then Anthony, I had a question about a terrain type according to one of your abilities.
It was forest.
Forest, okay.
Did it not hit the...
I just have not been able to read everyone's responses. Sorry. Lots of catching up. I had a Supreme Court brief due Monday. Okay. Very good. We have a why don't we go through the kind of you don't have to go, well, just kind of the general overview of who you're answering the question of, first of all, what your background is, and what brings you to a feast where the audience should know a noble woman in Rostov has invited adventurers and people who want to, with a number of talents, in order to explore the stolen lands which lie to the south. And so there's danger involved, clearly, because the stolen lands have not been tamed. They notoriously have the reputation of casting off anyone who tries to tame them. And so what would motivate your character to be part of such a dangerous venture? So who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Sure.
No one else wants to.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my character's a bit weird stuff-wise. The idea is that they're from I'll give you the exact name of the nation. I was looking it up just now. It's that one, like, I would say Gothic horror Romania nation. Uslav, yeah. Or Gothic horror is going on. Because my character isn't necessarily a dragon going on a ritual. It's a first human, kind of like Fafnir from Norse mythology.
Mm-hmm.
They're cursed by a fae and became a dragon. They decided, hey, I'm a dragon, this fucking rocks. So they became a mercenary of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
So they basically got hired because, a dragon is a very valuable asset, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're here. Because they want money and such.
Yeah, I assume people tend to not trust you immediately. How do you manage that?
Yeah, I mean, black dragons are. He's gotten used to it by now. I mean, he was a bit offended at first, but he's gotten used to it by now. He can roll with the punches.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And his talents are hitting things hard.
He thinks very hard and being hit very hard, surviving being hit very hard.
And we'll see that Redfern is a pretty straightforward fighter in terms of the personality.
But that's still a lot more complex and better than 5e fighters, in my opinion.
Okay. All right. Who wants to be next?
I guess I can go next.
All right, Billy.
Having been involved with a lot of exploring and archaeology, so to speak, in my past, I figured that would be a great time to. There's a lot to discover in these untamed lands where things have kind of been running wild for a very long time, and so that's sort of Lumen's motivation for traveling to Bravoy and to the new lands. What else did I miss anything?
You're a willing host.
I am. I talked to Ghost,
right?
and it is, yes. Some of my success in archaeology and exploring may have come from letting ghosts and dead things talk to me every once in a while. And you know that there are upsides and downsides to come with that. So it's a lot of fun.
Okay. Anthony looked like he was about to speak.
Yeah. Sylvanas is looking, sort of searching for some sort of purpose. He's escaping a not so pleasant home life, and some bad experiences in military life, and is looking for something to fill that. And with his experience, military experience and outdoorsy type experience, he figured he would have skills and abilities that would suit him towards wresting control of the land from the chaos of the nature and all that sort of stuff.
And Amy, Astel?
So Astel is a questionably legitimate daughter of a Brevik noble, but when she went to go confront her father about it, he basically threw her in jail for daring to try to claim blood. So she is, and after basically spending a few nights in jail,
is it because of
she's
orc prejudice? Is that a factor?
I don't think so, since he technically was very briefly married to Astel's mother. By briefly I mean like 6 months. So yeah, so like it was more of just like a, you know, I think it's more of he was ashamed of like running off for 6 months with the orc, and not necessarily just like, I mean, I guess a little bit of orc prejudice in that regard, but less to do with the orc and more to do with the illegitimate daughter part of it. And her mom and uncle on her mom's side, they were adventurers around the River Kingdoms, and so she learned a little bit of how to mostly like keep camp and stuff. They didn't actually obviously let her go into the dungeons themselves when she was a child, but she's answering the call, and in hopes of becoming someone worthy of, not necessarily of her father's acknowledgement, because she's kind of already written that off, but basically wants to make him sorry that he turned her away, basically. So it's more spiteful.
Daddy
yeah,
issues.
she's not trying to return. She's just like, nah, look, I didn't need you anyway, right?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, you wanted me to inherit your kingdom. How about I have my own?
Exactly.
All right. So as you arrive, you have actually been grouped together for some reason you're not aware of, and your group is actually last in the line of various adventurers who are entering this mansion. It's a very well-kept mansion surrounded by hedges. It's on a hilltop with 3 stories.
Are we supposed to be in the map yet? Because on our screen it's not on the map.
it looks to me like you're on. Oh, you're on the wrong map.
That's why I wanted to ask.
Well, this map actually has you inside the feast hall, but you're still outside right now. And there's already large drops of rain coming. It looks like it's going to be. Our ranger here definitely knows that there's going to be a storm, a heavy storm tonight. And you are informed that you're going to be sharing lodgings tonight and after tonight's feast, which promises to be sumptuous. And you are invited in by guests, and it's a spacious hall. There are servants that hustle and bustle about, while several armed soldiers. Lady Aldori Jamandi is the owner of this mansion. It's her guards, house guards, that are watching over the hall from their positions against the east and west wings. To the north, the fire crackles away in a large fireplace. So we are in the hall now. And there's an iron lever secured by a lock that adorns the fireplace's eastern face. There are 2 massive crystal chandeliers hanging from the ceiling 20 feet above, and the walls are decorated with painted murals of idyllic woodland scenes, nymphs frolicking amid waterfalls, satyrs dancing with fawns in wooded glades, and various winged fairy creatures flitting through the trees. There are 9 long tables here, arranged around the room, each holding plates, utensils, mugs, goblets, and full, ready-to-be-poured pitchers of ale, wine, mead, and water. The smell of roasted meat and other delicious scents fill the room, yet no food has been served, and you're welcome to sit at this table here. I'm going to mark the spots. Oopsie.
Also,
it's like an uber-planned wedding. It's like there's been given seat assignments.
You also have 2 copies of Amy's character's familiar.
The familiar, yeah.
One is was south of Maegar, Varn.
Okay.
Alright, that looks like it's fixed.
I believe these are our... There's a few other people here, too.
So we can choose any of those 4 seats, if I'm understanding correctly?
Yes.
There's 2 major barns. 2 of them.
There's one person I did not put in. Give me a moment.
Well, Redfern's gonna trot around on all 4s and just kind of walk up and sit down right here.
Yes. How did the 4 of you? I mean, you had some. This is your chance to meet each other.
Yeah.
Oh.
Might as well start some small talk.
And
or big talk.
Oh, hold on. Maybe that's token control, select tokens. I can't actually move my own piece.
Your
like
character.
I'm locked to like all of our moving all of them at the same time, like mass.
Oh,
I had the same issue.
Just clicking drag somewhere else, then click on your character.
Yeah.
Foundry makes it so that you cannot deselect something without drawing another box somewhere. There's a way to change the setting.
Just click and drag somewhere else, and click and drag on the character.
Go under settings and click check left click to release objects. That's gonna help.
But yes, Redford kind of is. He is kind of his hide, such scaled hide, is kind of scarred a bit from callus, from marks of weaponry and such.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of wandered around, etc., etc. Kind of not as carelessly is the wrong word, but kind of how much of a concern. He kind of walks around and sits down to the best of his ability of a quadrupedal dragon can sit down on the bench right here.
Mm-hmm. I want to mention, though, that the servants were asking that the bear and the snake not be allowed in. That they're going to be... they assure you that they will be well taken care of, and that you can be reunited with them in your after dinner.
Okay.
Asta will say something in a weird language, seemingly to the snake, and then go, "Yeah, he should be all right."
Okay, it's one of her many
And-
languages. She already is.
I
Go
think
ahead, Anthony.
Oh, and Sylvanas speaks to Aurelius. He's like, "Go with these people. They will be okay. You will be fine, and I will come and get you shortly."
Mm-hmm. Your bear's that smart, and the snake.
Well, no, he's a bear, but
I mean, my snake is a familiar, so my snake is that
Oh yeah,
intelligent.
familiars are intelligent. You just give him a nuzzle, I guess. Give the bear a nuzzle.
yeah, well,
All right.
I give him the respect. Speak to him as an adult.
Sure,
You
sure.
know, he's just a wee little bear cub.
But
Hurrah.
it's trying to follow you into the hall, and they're trying to hold it back, and it's going.
Well, then, would that be a nature check to command animal or something?
That's something you can command it to stand down. That's
Oh, well, yeah, I'm gonna tell him to.
it's an animal companion, so.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm gonna tell him to calm down and go wait outside.
All right, it sits back on its butt, and it's now refusing to budge now, but at least it's not following you, and the servants are doing their best to push it across. All right, you are now Redfern. When you sit down, a woman with wearing leathers and with a gigantic sword strapped to her back sits next to you and says, "Ah, I see. You are. I can't believe I'm sitting next to a dragon." And she boasts her chest out and says, "I'm Amiri."
Nice to meet you, Amiri. I'm Redfern. He gestures to himself. What brings you to this dinner tonight? I presume you mention the same callings that the rest of us?
Well, I needed to help tame the stolen lands. Sounded like something to do. Taming something. She talks about how she comes from the north and has dealt with polar bears. And she says that she's glad to be here for the food and hope that there's not a lot of boring speeches. She says.
Oh, there always is, but we'll survive.
Okay, I see I have two versions of Maegar Varn. I'm gonna have Valerie sitting here. All right, so Amiri starts to dig into the food, and across from her is a person wearing resplendent armor, who seems disgusted by Amiri, and is keeping her mouth shut. She looks like she wants to say something, however. And she's sitting right next to Astel. Yeah. Now the four of you, can I ask? Okay, you should say what you're going to say, Amy. But the four of you also should. I'd like to know what you guys think of each other and what you want to say to each other as well. But go ahead.
So I mean, mostly to Valerie, but she'll also say to the three companions that she's closest to, i.e. the party, if this is their first time eating in a grand hall like this. And Axel herself seems to be trying to carry herself with a little bit more dignity than she has.
Than before.
Not that she doesn't have dignity, but it's almost like someone who's never taught etiquette trying to mimic etiquette, basically.
Yeah.
So I guess dignity was the wrong word there, but yeah.
Party.
Yeah,
She's asking.
Well,
Well,
I want to.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Redfern gestures to you. Go ahead.
None this lavish. I've spent a few days, and he's gonna just start rambling on about some old halls or something along those lines, but that he'd eaten in the past, being in tombs and adventures and just rambling.
You also have a lot of stuff on you, don't you? Isn't that the thaumaturge way?
Covered, yeah, just trinkets. I've got this nice red, almost cape kind of robe, just covered in little trinkets and stuff. Um,
All right.
just
Yeah.
all sorts of different pouches.
I believe Redfern was up next.
Yeah.
Yep. Redford count goes, well, I've feasted before, but mostly in I mostly spend my time in the forest because people don't tend to like dragons, eating around. They tend to try to kill you. It happens to the best of us. But yeah, I've feasted in halls before, he says. But a small tin of distant, distant, not really regret or loneliness, but something of to that amount in his voice.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in halls like this. They have their place, but I prefer more open and free areas to eat. But this will do.
Amiri yells out, "Where's the food? Where's the actual food?" And there's two noble people coming in under guard. There's the lady of the house, Lady Jamandi Aldori, who is coming out, accompanied by the mayor of this city, Iosif Salemius. And Aldori is a striking half-elf woman, and the man wears finely tailored clothing fit for a noble, while she looks like she's dressed for battle. And she has a fine leather coat over a sparkling mail shirt, and she has an Aldori dueling sword with a bright silver pommel. The Aldori sword lords are basically are basically in charge of this city. They go to the main table at the front of the room and remain standing. And the man speaks first. He is a middle-aged human. "Greetings, heroes! I am Iosif Salemius, Lord Mayor of Restov, and this is Lady Jamandi Aldori. We both thank you for answering her call for heroes. You may be few, but we need only the best for this great task." Lady Jamandi offers the room a broad smile. "South of here, beyond Brevoy's border, lie the Stolen Lands. This disputed territory has been claimed time and again by would-be settlers, but because the area has been a haven for bandits and monsters, it has never been held for long. Restov intends for this to change. If you have enough courage to drive off the dangerous denizens of the Stolen Lands, you can seize territory for yourselves and name yourselves baronesses or barons. Restov intends to recognize the legitimacy of the new rulers of this land, and none of the other neighboring realms care enough to challenge you. We are prepared to provide backing as a trade partner and military ally. If you claim the land, you will have my, indeed all of Restov's support." She raises her goblet. "But the details of your individual missions and charges in the Stolen Lands can wait. I raise my glass to you, brave heroes. For now, let us eat and enjoy the evening. Tomorrow promises to be a very busy day." "Finally," says Amiri, and people are clinking their goblets, and people are now coming out with savory greens with an oil dressing and serving it to everybody. And there's a little gnome sitting next to you with purple hair, Lumen, who says, "I can't believe this. To think that all these barbarians will be coming out to try to claim the Stolen Lands. We need to have people who are truly fit for the occasion. Someone like me."
And what makes you so fit?
Can you not see my resplendent cloak, my magical talents? And he waves his hand and prestidigitates a little fiery spark, and says, "And in order to, it's one thing to tame a land, but it's another to rule it. You need somebody with personality and intelligence."
I believe, sir, that you have much in the way of personality, and it is a very fine cloak. Doesn't look too warm, though. Looks more suited for buildings such as this.
Yes, yes. And you can give me. Are you trying to actually impress him, or are you giving shade, or both?
I am actually just making an observation.
Okay.
I actually didn't think about whether I was trying to intimidate him or make an impression. It was just making.
Okay, gotcha. Because we're actually going to do. I don't know if any of you know the Pathfinder influence system, which is something we're going to do now. NPCs in this campaign can become friends or enemies, or can give different levels of support to the party, depending on how you relate to them. And if you want to positively influence somebody to curry their favor, you can use your skills to do that. However, it's not always clear what the most what they may be the most responsive to. In game terms, what the lowest difficulty class is for your skills. And so
I guess
influence has rounds, and there are 6 rounds we're about to go under during this 2-hour feast, where you just engage in conversation, and during every round, each character gets to do one influence activity, which is to either try to improve their attitude, or to discover something about them. Discover one of their personal weaknesses, things that they are susceptible to being influenced on, or to the contrary, one of their things that they will be offended by, or something that will is just a topic that they enjoy discussing.
Okay, so I think that is what more fits my intention behind my words. I'm trying to use the conversation to ferret out some information about him, because I guess I did sort of give him a compliment, but then also a little bit of a backhanded compliment just to see how he responds.
Okay.
So I think I'm trying to figure out what might get some more information about him.
Okay. He seems like a very socially adept fellow, so it may not be easy to read him. What you need to do is a secret check. Perception and society are almost very good for trying to discover information on an NPC. So you can choose one of those, or something else that you can argue is appropriate. And to do a secret check, you do hold control and then click.
Okay, so I would most likely use perception because I'm not as smart, but I'm more observant. So I'm sorry. Say again how to do the secret.
Control click. And for everybody, when you click your token in Foundry, perception's not a skill in Pathfinder. It's under attributes. Okay. All right. So you get 2 pieces of information. Do you want to know a resistance, a weakness, or a good skill to influence with?
A good skill to influence and a weakness.
All right. He loves to talk shop about magic. You could tell that from what he just said. And he is prone to fawning and flattery.
Okay.
He loves that.
Do you have a place for notes?
Okay. Anyone else? What is that? Let's just, who wants to be next in trying to talk to somebody? And ask me some questions too, on who's who. Meanwhile,
look at who's this armor paladin cleric lady?
Yes. So she's been you notice that she's been using all of the noble manners while she eats her salad, and she introduces herself as Valerie, and she. Wait, you were just asking who she is, right? Or did you want to?
Well, we're getting a read on her, I guess.
Okay, so during the small talk around the table, she says that she has striking features. First of all, makes her kind of stand out from the crowd. And yeah, you could do a skill check, a secret one at this time. Other people, while Matthew's doing that, anyone else? There's also this
Yes, I will
halfling who's very cheery, who's eating her meal. She's just like slurping it up and licking her fingers.
I guess I will try to talk to the halfling.
Okay. Okay, Redfearn, you observe that. Do you want to know a weakness or a good skill?
Good skill.
Okay. Well, she's very much impressed by people acting properly and with proper decorum. So that using diplomacy or another relevant skill. And Linzi says, "Hi!" to Lumen. Isn't this amazing?
Hello. This is quite a wonderful feast.
Ah, says Tartuccio, I've had better, much better than this, what do you call it? A salad, he says with contempt. And she says, look how arranged it is and how beautiful it is on my plate. Or it
Indeed,
was.
it's not great to belittle our hosts there, Arashi.
Absolutely, don't you understand? She says to Tartuccio. Our hosts we are their guests, and they did not ask us to pay for this. And Tartuccio says, in my kingdom, people will not have to eat slops.
Oh, you plan to feed everyone fancy meals?
Those who deserve it, he says. Meanwhile, to the left of Linzi says, oh, Groetus, may you bless this feast, because it may be my last.
A little out of character here, but I love how you're trying to hit the voices from the game.
Oh, you played the computer game?
I've made it to the sandbox portion of it, but
okay, good. Linzi looks irritated when the dwarf next to her speaks, and she kind of whispers to Sylvanus and says, "You've been saying these things all evening." I didn't know who Grotus was, but I definitely know who he is now. She rolls her eyes.
yes, the god of the end times and oblivion. I've heard about him.
He's such a downer. No, he just tells the truth. We will all meet the abyss. You'll never know when it will happen, in fact. It might happen tonight.
And yet, sir,
Not
you-
wrong. Reckon.
I mean, you are true. We may die tonight, yet you worry about it. What is it if you die tomorrow? What is it? What does that mean? Do you want to spend your life worrying about tomorrow and dying, or do you want to enjoy the time you have while you have it?
Joy is just a lie. Why lie to ourselves? Why deny Groetus and his teachings?
Well put, sir. Well put.
Maegar Varn is kind of chatting with Valerie, and Valerie says, "You overhear Valerie saying, "Oh, so you are actually going to conquer? You have a group that will conquer the Nomen Heights." And anyway, so he seems to be a leader. That's what you're hearing from him. So who else? Billy. Okay, did Billy want to do anything? Interact with one of these characters?
I will try to understand Linzi and their quirks.
Okay, all right. She eats her food quickly, and she has her hands folded in front of her. And she is very cheerful, and she is trying to ignore the other two people sitting next to her. Use a skill of your choice to try to read her.
Can I use society?
Sure.
All right. I did the private GM role
Oh.
in, I think.
I didn't see anything. So,
Oops.
did
I
you
see,
click
Did
the
you do
I see the
actual
roll.
skill?
Well, I see the privately rolled some dice.
No,
It's
I only
question
see
mark.
Sylvanus and Redfern rolled dice.
Oh,
Weird.
that is weird.
This
why-
is cool
that's
for the
why I
audience.
see
You
it,
get
but-
to see secret checks, and you don't. You don't get to see the secret check.
You're lucky I have you have the stream in another tab.
You're lucky, and you're not lucky because you just told me you saw it.
Well, also,
Well, I'm not checking. I'm not checking because it's boring. Doing it for fun.
did you do notice that we can actually see the private stuff on the screen, right? On the stream.
Yeah, if you're watching the stream. Mhm.
Why?
No, on Foundry we can see what was rolled privately. Yeah.
I mean, like we see the question.
Oh, that's because you didn't do the blind GM roll. You're supposed to do the blind GM roll.
I thought I did a private GM roll.
Private
did
GM
A
rolls between
blind
you
GM
and the
roll.
GM.
Oh,
Yeah,
that is
blind
unfortunate. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to ask anyone to reroll anything, but you can tell that Linzi is she loves to talk about art, and you see that she's scribbling in a notebook. And she also seems to have a distinct cursive that's usually indicative of someone who has studied in the neighboring nation of Pitax. So she basically loves talking art and performance. Okay, Amy, do you want to do something?
Yeah, I think she would be talking up Amiri in this case.
Okay.
Trying to get to know her a little bit more.
All right.
Since Valerie is currently involved with Major Vaughn, she doesn't want to interrupt that conversation.
All right. She's kind of ignoring you a little bit, wanting to talk to the dragon. Just telling you, she's really impressed and wants to know like what lands the dragon's coming from. But you are just kind of reading her at this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Okay, and we'll do society.
Mm-hmm. Okay, she and you wanted to know weakness, resistance, or an influence skill?
Influence and weakness. Yeah, I guess.
Okay, well, I give you one piece of information. It's going to be that she loves shows of physical. She likes to be impressed with physical acts, like showing your what you can do physically. And Amiri's asking Valerie to if they can do some sparring later. And she's also asking that of Redfern also. And she's boasting about the various things she's slain. So she also that's just something you observed her. I'm not putting that in game terms. I'm just letting you know. Okay, so another 20 minutes pass, and I'm gonna see. You guys tell me what you want to do in this next round while I look for some chatting atmosphere.
Redfern's definitely gonna notice Amari focused on him, and he's gonna say, "Oh, well, did she ask any questions to him? Like, what did she ask? Like, you know, what he's done, where he's been, stuff like that."
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let me look for. Where is I? Sorry. Tavern. Is there a tavern? There has to be a tavern. Oh, okay, here we go. Sorry, I'm so sorry, Redfern. Say that again.
Oh yeah, what kind of questions is Amari asking Redfern?
Oh, what have you killed?
Oh, I've killed nothing too extremely impressive, but bandits are mostly what I go after. I'm not a particularly dreaded dragon yet, but he kind of flashes a very teethy grin, full of like sharp teeth at her.
Yes, she asks you to tell a story of one of your conquests and how you killed them in detail.
Oh yes, he will go to explain that.
Yeah, so yeah, you can say what you say.
I roll up like athletics, but like act it out, like bombastically act it out athletically.
Let's say let's retcon and say you could have done something athletically in the past, and therefore you can tell the story about it. Sure.
Yes, 0. Athletics?
Yes. If not, then your character has not had such stories to boast about. Okay. This would actually be an open check, and it is a 14. So it's something decent, but she
I use a hero point to reroll that. Hero point, because no one's brought it up yet. I go to pick it up.
Viewers, everybody gets a hero point, can reroll, have 1 hero point, and can reroll a d20 check of any kind. And you can earn hero points like you can with Inspiration in 5e. I have my players, they know what the degree of success it'll be before they decide to use the hero point. And this is a regular success with her. Whoa, why is this tavern music so spooky? Sorry.
Yeah, I'll keep that success then.
Oh,
in that case,
it's in the same soundtrack. This playlist had tavern music and Tears of Asmodeus.
What?
I don't... Okay.
But yeah, if that's a regular success, I'll just keep this success.
All right. She you've scored an influence point with her. Congratulations. And she claps you on the back of your on the back and says, and she starts rubbing it. You feel a little like your space is being violated. I don't know if you care, but she says, "I've never touched a dragon scale before."
Kind of breaking up, you know.
Okay, she's kind of patting you on the scales, and it's a little, too much. And she talks about.
Up, just so you know.
Is anyone else having trouble hearing me?
You were breaking up a little bit, but it seems to have gotten better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She's rubbing your
I'm
back
saying no.
and says she hasn't felt dragon scales before.
Good to know. Well, I'm not sure what to say. I'm not sure to.
She's also getting drunk. She's getting quite drunk.
I'm not sure what to say without this coming off as like an innuendo. Some sort.
You get to ask her to not do it. I told you.
No, I know. I'm fine with her doing it. I'm just like, I don't know without like it coming off as like weird. Well, without like coming off as weird.
All right.
You know what I mean.
All right.
You know what I mean.
You also can tell that her fighting style involves her anger. It's a different school of thought. She likes to let go of her thoughts when she fights. Okay.
No thoughts, just destruction.
Yeah. We're back to the Tears of Asmodeus. I'm sorry, let me stop this.
Not again.
Is there a repeat button for the tavern music?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
There you go. All right. That was just me doing an interaction. You guys can, do them. Like, don't wait for me.
Okay.
Oh, Linzi, your art is fantastic there. It's really impressive.
Art? Oh, this old thing? She says, I'm just writing. She says, she says, if you're talking about how I write, it's what we learned in that old stuffy place, that old academy in Pitax. It was hardly impressive. Everybody can roll a d20 right now.
D20? It's a flat D20.
Yeah, and you don't know why.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. That's what she said, Billy. So, don't wait for me. What do you...
Oh, well, that's I find it fairly impressive. I'm not schooled like that at all.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she says, I thought you were working on your own junk art, she says, about all the things that you're carrying. I hear that's a new avant-garde way to express yourself.
Well, these things aren't so much art as they'll be useful one day, hopefully.
What's like a trinket, an example of a trinket you have? Something completely random.
Just like a broken hammerhead hanging off my belt. Or like, I don't know, a candle sconce with like wax running down it, or like a broken pair of glasses, and kind of stuff like that. Like you wouldn't. None of this stuff seems like it'll ever be useful, but damn, I'll make it happen one day. I
She
promise.
says beauty is overrated. And here, you hear from Valerie over at the table. And she says, yes, why does every... And Linzi also seems to be getting in her cups. She's very small. She's a halfling. She's only had half of a mead so far. And she's saying, yes, things can be perfect, but there are no stories behind them. Am I right? And she says, there's probably a story behind every single object you have that you're wearing.
And can I go into a super boisterous performance about one of a particular item or of some sort?
So you want to kind of like tell a story in a particularly
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
So talk about that. She asks about that that pair of glasses.
All right, I found these shattered glasses in the basement in the depths of a Grand Wizard's tower abandoned eons ago, and I believe that they still hold some sort of latent magic, and one day I'll be able to use it and figure something out with the magic sight of these glasses.
We'll have many opportunities on our adventures. Maybe we should travel together. So
I hope so. That sounds fantastic.
And maybe Linzi can give you something also to join your collection if you don't mind.
Sure, I'll take anything you have. Yeah.
All right. She takes out a pair
I'll
of
always add to the
scissors
collection.
and cuts off a lock of her hair.
Oh.
Okay.
And says, "Find something here and tell this story. We'll have many opportunities for me to tell you stories about my life, and then you can tell those stories to other people."
That sounds fantastic, and I'll take it super humbly and tie it around the pair of glasses like in a little lock, little knot.
And go ahead and make a performance check while he's doing
All
that.
right.
Anybody else?
So I'm gonna address.
I would roll some dice again.
It would be an open check. Open check.
Open check.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I'm revealing it to you as a 7.
Oof.
So she's heard in terms of the quality of storytelling so far. She is, it wasn't superlative, and she's also just very friendly with everybody. She is a gregarious person. You can hear her point that if you'd like.
Oh. All right.
And a regular
yeah, I
failure
will
doesn't
do
mean
that.
you lose any ground with her, just so you know.
Yeah.
And if you had chosen a different skill, you would have actually critically failed.
Yeah. I will hero point that. Yeah.
All right.
You can right click on it and it says reroll using hero point.
Yeah. I like how the sounds have
Right-click
broken
on-
glasses. Do you
Yeah,
see
like it
broken
was like the
glasses?
perfect timing. Perfect timing.
Okay.
It's still hidden to me because it was
Oh, okay.
like that previously, but
Okay, you can change the setting, but you succeed, and you have
cool.
improved her attitude towards you. So you have gained 1 influence. Anyone else?
Yeah, I would like to address our. We know his name's Tartuccio, right?
Yes.
Have we got? Okay. I'm gonna address Tartuccio and say, you sir, you carry yourself as if you were of a higher born caste where you come from. Would that be an accurate observation?
Why, of course! Of course! And he says, do you not see my ring? And he tells you it's indicates he's of noble station. I would indicate the authority of my house with this ring by pressing it into wax.
You have that air about you of someone who sees himself as a natural leader, and I too am of noble birth. I am of the house of Medved in Brevoy. Well, we are.
Why are you
Brevoy,
dressing
but
down then? Why are you dressed like you are in the woods?
I was recently in the military. I was of the Talon Army I don't know if we have the name for that, but
Oh, military, he says. That suggests to him that you had to, you actually... if you weren't an officer... Were you an officer, he says?
I was a corporal.
Mm-hmm. He looks a little distaste... has a little distaste on his expression.
See, I like to lead from the front as opposed to leading from the rear. Just something about me.
Well, that is a good quality in a leader. And also in a bodyguard. He says, are you interested in being a bodyguard for the future ruler of the Stolen Lands?
I mean, that would be something I would consider.
Alright. He wants to see... Okay, so let's see if you've... I don't know, some kind of interaction with him. What would this be? Diplomacy, just kind of showing, you are you could be a bodyguard. That's kind of what he's... What do you want to impress him with? Do you want to impress him?
Trying to flatter him.
Okay. All right. That's what you're trying to do.
So,
all right. He says, yeah, you've kind of given a straight answer that you'd be willing to be a bodyguard. It would definitely be an honor to be my bodyguard, would it not?
Well, a man of your stature, you would have somebody who knows how to get along in polite company, as well as somebody who knows how to handle them in a skirmish.
Yes, those are both needed, especially in the Stolen Lands where there are barbarians who need to be put down. Okay, feel free to roll.
I guess. Well, let's see. I guess it's just a straight diplomacy check because I'm not trained in this, but I have like warfare lore, which might.
You can talk about military. I mean, if you want to sound like you know your stuff, he would listen to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to try a warfare lore skill with like sort of explaining some of the scouting and recon missions I performed with my squad in the army. So.
I see the comment. Tartuccio is one of my favorite characters in the video game.
Wow, that's 2 in a row.
There we go.
This discussion. So you did a very good job of talking about your warfare, but he seems bored, and he says he'll be a useful bodyguard, and he turns away. But you did score 2 points with him.
Okay.
Okay,
Ice on
Amy.
fire.
Okay. Well, now that Valerie kind of joined the greater conversation, Axel tried to talk her up a little bit, asking her, what she looks, basically trying to ask her what she's hoping to, what she's looking for in the Stolen Lands, like what she hopes to, has she been assigned a team yet as well?
Well, I am not quite sure. I She pauses a moment and looks like she's thinking of her words carefully. I'll need to test people before I can learn to trust them. That's her answer. And she says, what is it that makes you want to explore the Stolen Lands? Is it for the appeal of rule? Is it to bring civilization to the lands? What motivates you?
I could be a ruler, probably not of the entire area. I never saw myself as a total leader, but working with a group or a council definitely would suit my purposes. So I would say that's probably what it is. Looking for the honor and the glory of being someone who other people look up to.
Do you have a does your character have a deity?
Desna, actually.
All right. Do you
Which
open?
that's what I have right now. How I'm playing her, how I'm feeling her out, that might change.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll
But
hold
for
off
right
on
now,
that,
it's
though.
Desna. Yeah.
Okay, because she would have interest in what religion you practice. So she's very polite with you, and the next course comes in. What does it say in the book? I like these little details. It is
From opening
spicy seasoned waterfowl, and now the real food comes. Finally, Amiri says, "I've killed many birds." Every time meat comes out, she talks about animals that she's killed. But now it's being served up in pieces. There's a servant now cutting it in pieces for everybody and putting it on their plates. And Valerie's waiting for everyone else to begin before she continues. Were you trying to read her or trying to influence her?
I think more trying to read her this time around. So
okay.
another.
Well, perception's an obvious skill you could use. This was just the discover activity is a secret, a blind GM check.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she seems enigmatic to you. She is. She keeps her cards close to her chest, but she's being completely civil and polite, and you think that part is true. She's just being kind of indifferent towards you. You think that what she said was true. Do you think that's, there is something has prevented her from wanting to trust people? Okay, should we do one more round of talking? Or we could do more than that too, according to the book, but I'm thinking one more round.
No more round, sure.
One round's fine.
Okay. All right. Maegar Varn says, I see that there is a dragon who's going to be conquering the lands. Who would be my neighbor, says Maegar Varn, addressed to Red Fearn. Basically, everyone's talking to you. I don't have to... everyone wants to talk to the dragon.
Wait, what did he say again?
Would you be my... he's asking, will you be my neighbor? He says he's going to... you don't actually quite know where you're going to be assigned to. I'm just telling you that, the player. But he's basically starting conversation, just kind of being friendly.
Sure.
He's a ruggedly handsome man.
I don't see why I wouldn't have an issue with that. I don't see why you have an issue with being your neighbor. Provided you don't declare war on us or anything and keep to yourself. Standard neighbor things. Just keep to yourself and we will keep out of your stuff.
He kind of reads that as kind of a bit aloof, talking about diplomatic relations. And he says, don't consider me a threat, or any of us competing with each other, he says. I'm going to do a secret perception roll. Because you don't know if he's telling the truth or not, or being honest. He seems like a very practiced politician. That's what he seems like to you.
Oh, so he's lying.
You don't know if he's lying. You think that he's saying something that is needed for the moment.
Redfern believes him, but he didn't really try to intimidate them in the first place anyways. Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to come off that way. I'm just saying, I have no intentions of that. Just...
Yes, because you surely, as a dragon, could intimidate anyone if you so chose.
Redfern raises a growl, I guess, at that. What are you insinuating?
Amiri growls too.
What are you insinuating?
I'm insinuating nothing. Oh, don't be defensive. Tonight is a moment of merriment, he says, and I'm probably not gaining your trust with every word I'm saying. I should stop. And he takes a cigar and inhales.
Well, Amari,
yeah.
Where do you kind of go?
Her mouth's full right now. It's kind of hard to talk to her right now.
What do you plan to settle? What do you plan to do with your king?
Where the biggest monsters are, so I could kill them and eat them.
As long as you don't kill me.
Oh, you... No, we're probably going to be allies, right?
Yes,
And she kind of
have
gives
any-
you a look, a serious, dead serious look.
No, I have no issues with you. I will not hurt you.
She laughs. She started laughing. Ha ha ha! I was just joking. And then she starts to hiccup.
Yeah. Can I start to tell her another story of the time I fought like 20 bandits off of 20 bandits. I'm trying to think. Sorry, I'm trying to think of the 20 bandits holding a small bridge to prevent them from crossing.
Okay, but you are a level 1 character, though. Would that have been true? Or are you putting the
A
story
whole
up?
squad of bandits that were all attacking me at once.
Okay, so
Five
this will be a
bandits.
deception check.
Deception. Oh shit.
Okay.
I am here pointing that.
Yeah, you're hero pointing it. Okay. Well, she says,
Worse.
she says, she looks at you and says, you're not, why would you need to, make up stories like that? You must not be what you're saying, and I'm actually the strongest person at this table.
Did I critically fail you?
Yeah.
Fuck.
She doesn't really, I mean, you know, she kind of, she doesn't hate you, but she's now less impressed.
I know.
Yeah.
But now I was my one hero point after. Because that's my turn, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Who's next?
I guess I have tended to go after him. I think that at this point in time, Tartuccio and his ego have started to annoy me a little bit. I'll say something along the lines of, Tartuccio, you seem like you fit in well in this place, but I don't know if you're going to brave the wilds as well as Amiri over there.
Well,
Feels like she might
she doesn't know
fit
the
in a
magical
little bit
arts,
better.
and she wasn't gifted like I.
Mic drop. Except I'm not going to do that.
She could perhaps eat a boar, but who's going to kill it in the first place?
I think she can
and
handle
who's going
that
to have
just
the
fine.
cunning to hunt one? I think
I-
that she.
I would
I
hunt
think she
one.
can do all of that. I think she can probably do all of that. She seems like the type that can do all of that.
Cool. I see you're not appreciative of someone of superior talents.
Oh, I am.
All right, go for that diplomacy burn.
Diplomacy. All
That
right.
bon ma.
But roll well.
All right.
Okay.
You well, you definitely cowed him a bit, but also this wasn't aimed at improving his attitude. So, I mean, basically, he is a little more measured in what he's saying now. So, and Linzi is not trying to be confrontational with Tartuccio and saying, "Oh, Lumen, your stories are much more interesting." And it's kind of ignoring Tartuccio, and Tartuccio, starts to, talk more with Harrim.
Okay.
And, yeah. And, I think that leaves Sylvanus?
Yeah. See here. Actually, so I would like to see if I can't maybe influence Amiri a bit. She seems the outdoorsy type and a hunter. I would like to sort of find some sort of common ground with her. I do have many hunting stories as
You have your own big kills, trophies as well, I'm sure.
yeah.
So you could do a survival, hunting lore, or
hunting lore, and I have
diplomacy
survival,
performance.
and the survival skill is higher. Hunting lore though is a lore skill. So I am going to. You know what? Lore skills don't get rolled often enough. I'm gonna roll the lore skill.
Yeah, and I usually lower the DC for lore skills if it's appropriate. What is it again? What kind of lore?
Hunting lore.
Oh yeah, that
I
makes
have
sense.
hunting
Very
stat
appropriate.
and warfare lore.
Yeah.
So does this need to be secret?
Nope.
Okay.
All
Let's
right.
see if I can get 3 for 3.
Okay.
Not quite.
Well, she says she says that she's happy that there's other people who can skid aboard. But she goes back to boasting and talking about her own exploits.
I think Amiri that we have different tactics when it comes to hunting. I can foresee, or I would imagine that you are more of a chase them down until they can no longer run and then kill them with your hands. While I am more of the stalk them and well placed arrow to put them down quickly. Would that be an accurate observation?
Well, she tells you something in return, which is, it depends on what you're hunting. If you're going after the game that I do, things that are hunters themselves, they charge at you. And those are the ones that I go after.
And that is a noble thing. To face down danger personally is an admirable trait in a person. And yes, if you are hunting something that is also hunting you, there is words aren't my favorite thing. I would say
it's more fair, she says.
Yes, and
yeah, she.
Yes, I agree.
Yes. Yeah, she's next is coming the main course, the the tender roast boar, and with fine desserts and cheeses coming soon after. And any last things people want to say to these folks or to each other?
I definitely would like to pocket some of the roasted boar for Aurelius, because he's sitting over there and he's pouting.
Oh, okay. No one's gonna. No one's going to. It's like an all-you-can-eat thing, so no one's gonna mind.
Redfern's gonna take a big bite of the largest thing he can take, and then as the goes down and they can leave, he's just gonna run off with it in his mouth.
I got my little make-it camp going here. Hold on, sorry.
Like a big cat or a dog.
Okay. Well, after the desserts are served, Jamandi Aldori claps her hands, and the feasting ends, and we now have, let's see, sorry, turn this off. My friends, I hope you have enjoyed the food and drink this evening. There's a round of cheers and enthusiastic slamming of mugs and goblets on the tables. It takes a few moments for the room to quiet. She smiles broadly. You honor me truly, but this night is for you. As heroes, you have responded to my call, and I can't wait to hear tales of your exploits in the weeks and months to come. Tomorrow, I shall speak with you all about your individual charters. I suspect it will be a busy day, so I suggest we make an early evening of it. After all, you have kingdoms to plan, and people cheer to that. A few goblets even shatter in their excitement. She gestures to the large double doors to either side of her. Of course, I've arranged bed chambers for all of you. My guards will escort you to them now. I hope you find them restful. We shall speak further tomorrow when we meet back here at sunrise. And you see harried servants, gathering your plates. And there's one person over at standing. Who? Someone has not finished their food yet. Who would that be?
Redfern.
Who?
Redfern or
Redfern. They're kind of,
Redfern
looking impatient. Waiting for you to eat and.
Redfern sees a giant slab of meat and runs off.
Okay, and then they grab your plate. Okay, so, and there's some tired-looking guards who have been standing, who look a little sore from standing rigidly for a while, who say that they can lead you to your quarters now.
Are Snake and Bear going to be in our quarters already? Or should we go collect them?
These are the... Yes, you are in room... they give you a number that means nothing to you. They say, and then they say your names. Orlovsky, they look at a piece of paper. Orlovsky, Duratotur?
Duradaughter.
Duradaughter? That is you? Yes. Your snake is lying in your bed. If it can lie down. I don't know.
I'm sure he made himself comfortable. Thank you.
Okay. All right. And then they lead you into the East Wing. And Valerie says, well met. And you have a good night. Good restful sleep. And Amiri says...
You as well, Lady Valerie.
Yes. And Amiri says, we should spar tomorrow. Let's wake up early.
Sure.
And Linzi tells... Lumen that when there is time off tomorrow, she should write down some more of your stories. She says she's working on a book, in fact, that she wants to write about the Stolen Lands and the heroes who founded it. And she thinks that you just might be that hero.
Ooh. Well, I appreciate that. We can speak anytime you'd like.
Yes. Okay, so people may retire now. Anything else people want to do in this room? I want to get my Megan cam going.
Lost their mind.
Yeah. Megan cam's important. Alright.
Is that your cat?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's turn the...
I am going to take a very quick break.
Yeah, why don't you all take a...
Megan cam is getting set up.
Little camera.
Yes, I need to use the facilities.
Go ahead.
I'm going to take a 2-minute break.
Oh, it's behind everything.
Break time, I guess. We'll be right back, folks.
Oh, yeah, puppy cam too.
Yeah. we've got a spiral staircase coming upstairs, and whenever we come up, she thinks we're playing. So she went into play mode.
And also, I would like to apologize for anybody who might be disoriented. I am using a laptop, and on my couch, which is my only piece of furniture at the moment, because I was moving to Virginia. I got rid of everything, and then it didn't work out, so I came back. So I have to rebuild.
Oh no.
My life. So, yeah. So
That is pretty unfortunate.
it is what it is. I was able to. I still had like time left on my rent for the month. How fast it didn't work out. So I have my apartment still, and I was able to jump right back into my job. But yeah, so next on the agenda is a bed. Everybody on the stream is in my bedroom.
Brand new sentence.
How many times has that been said?
Yeah.
I will eventually have a full setup for this computer desk. So that's and a nicer camera than laptop. I mean, because Amy, you've got the whole mic set up and.
Oh. So I actually work in customer service, and I'm on Zoom calls a lot, and every single time they're like, "So Amy, are you a singer in your part-time?" Like, no, I have a fancy microphone because. And they're like, "Really?" I'm like, literally because. Like, I was like, I don't basically, like, I used to have like the gamer headphones with the microphone attached to them, and those I feel like I felt like I was buying a new pair like every other month. So I was like, you know what? I'll just splurge, get myself a microphone, get myself a pair of nice headphones, and then I'll just be done with it. And yeah, I haven't had to buy a new pair of either in like 3, 4. Oh god, no! I've been in this house for 3 years. So like maybe like 7 years now, I guess at this point. So worthwhile investment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah. I have intentions of getting an actual. Oh yeah.
Ready.
Okay, so when you retire to the room, it's a simple room with 4 beds and a brass brazier and a potted plant. Your bear and a snake are there, and they are both on opposite sides, looking suspiciously at each other.
Oh, we're all in one room?
Yes.
This will not do. Someone of my station should not be bunking with it. No. Man.
Yeah, this is the real how the party gets to know each other. Yeah, cramped living conditions. Yeah, seriously, this is a big deal. Think about it in reality,
You know what? This is a lot bigger than my dorm room, and we only have one extra person, so I'll take it.
I will feed Aurelius with the meat that I had stashed from the party for him.
Yeah,
and
they also fed him, but it was generic, horse chow. He wasn't happy. He's very happy with this.
Roast boar, yeah. Now,
Redbird just goes to one of the beds and loafs on it.
Yeah. Okay. Anything, now you guys all have different ambitions for the lands, and actually, we kind of had some of this talk in session 0. What had you guys talked about before? And you can kind of go over that now, like what you want to do with the stolen lands.
Well, I really just want to explore, see all there is to see, and do all there is to do there. There's got to be so many ruins and temples and forgotten places that are lost in these stolen lands, and I'd like to find them all.
I am also an explorer, and I share your sentiment, and I believe that we could find many wondrous things, and perhaps a very prosperous establishment. See where that goes. I am just looking for something to do.
Boredom will get the best of all of us.
Fern kind of chimes in. Well, I like the idea of a kingdom and being important there and having a legacy that can stem this tides of time.
Yeah, I would second that, Redfern. Definitely looking for a place to call it my own seems a little understated, but definitely something that I can have an influence on, a positive influence.
Did you have any thoughts on any of the other people you guys have met?
I don't think I am very fond of that Tartuccio fellow. He reminds me of my brother.
He's a touch egotistical, isn't he?
He is a pompous asshole.
I was gonna say cunt, but I guess suppose that also has the same meaning in the end.
Yeah. Asshole's
Think
a little
so.
more generic for our purposes. Let's stick to that.
Yeah.
Apologies, language. I'll keep that in mind.
Asshole's fine to say on the Rules Lawyer channel.
Yeah, I have feelings that we are going to have issues with him. And also, this isn't metagame. He, according with my background, yeah, we will not get along.
I think no one will disagree that he does seem like he would. Well, unless you guys are, unless I completely misunderstood you guys in session 0, you guys are not a evil party.
Yeah,
Who wants to
Lord
lord
of-
over the, you know,
No.
He's sus. He's sus.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looking down on others is not a good look.
Does the
Especially for
bear sleep in the bed?
He's on the floor next to the bed.
Oh.
I don't think that my close to 200 pounds and well, how much does a 1-year-old bear actually weigh?
Ooh.
I don't think that's very good for
Someone
the bed.
can one of the 97 people in chat? No. Well, bears at level 1 are small. Bear animal
Yeah.
companions, small in game terms. So
I'm
they're
gonna
one step
assume
below a
something
human.
around 100 pounds. For
They're only,
I bet-
according to Google, only about 80 pounds at a year old.
That sounds good, like a
Oh.
large dog. That's what I would think of a small character compared to a medium. A medium.
Ben is supporting Redfern, so. Speaking
Uh-huh.
of, does the bear? What does the bear think of the giant reptile thing?
What do you think of the bear?
What does everyone else think of the giant dragon sitting in our room?
I would assume as a loyal
Remember-
animal companion, anyone its owner is cool with, the bear is.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure Redfern is an animal companion, but okay.
You can always take the Beastmaster archetype.
Yeah.
Who don't know, my name is Sylvanus Medved, and this is Aurelius. He is, I found him orphaned after his mother was killed by bandit poachers. He is a very good boy.
He's licking you at this time.
He's a very good boy. The goodest of boy.
All right,
Now-
he's just now looking up at you like a dog. Like,
Yes, I was talking about you. You are the goodest of boys. Now,
does Feedy have a personality?
does he
I'm
have a
sorry, I'm
personality?
interrupting you, Anthony.
We are finding out as we play.
Yeah.
So I do believe he has sort of a puppy mentality.
Uh,
Until, for now, it will evolve. But just like my last, with the Abominations Vault, I found out quite a bit about my character there as I played. It was fun.
Yeah, it's fun to figure. It's like someone who's not you, who is kind of you.
Yes. Yes, and this isn't
Who is part of you that you're discovering about yourself. Because, anyway.
Yeah.
There's my advanced psychology of role-playing games. And I was also asking about Feedy's, the snake. The snake is kind of a blank slate at the moment, for now.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit of a blank slate. And Astel fed him this morning, and from what I know about snakes, they have a very long like digestive period. So I think he's very sleepy at the moment.
Yeah.
So
Probably
I think
bored.
yeah.
Well, Aurelius and Feedy have had interactions with each other because Astel and I travel, like we met up on the road and we ended up traveling together here. So
Yeah.
we have interacted. But
Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we said that we were at least in the same cart leading up, and yeah, Astel is she's very polite with Sylvanas, but she definitely seems to be there are little notes of jealousy every now and then.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
I will not comment. Feel free to say what you like.
But yeah, she would just follow Sylvanas's lead and introduce herself and introduce Feedy, and warn everyone that he is not a normal snake, that he is in fact her familiar. So they don't necessarily need to be afraid of him as they would normal snakes. And then she let him know that, since he's eaten, he's going to be very sleepy and kind of bored and a little over it, but not to take it personally.
Mm-hmm.
now,
Mhm.
Mr. I believe your name is Redfern.
Yes.
I have never came across a dragon that comports himself more like a man instead of something that considers themselves better than. You seem to be very down to earth for a dragon.
Oh, it's a long story. I'm sure it's a bit late to tell you, but it's a long story. But
Well,
yes, I am in fact Redford. Yes,
Yeah,
that is me.
I imagine we'll have plenty of time to discuss such things, but it is very nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you. And your name is?
Oh, my apologies. My name is Sylvanas Medved.
Nice to meet you, Sylvanas Medved. I'm impressed, actually. Whatever.
The
You
name.
know what I mean?
On that not being so on the what's the word, lack of arrogance or something, Red Fearn, was that what did you think of Amiri, who was kind of ribbing you and also seeing you as kind of like kind of being competitive with you?
Very touchy, literally.
I think she likes you.
I do. I didn't know, but I didn't know what to say without sounding creepy. So I kind of didn't comment on that.
She is a very sturdy woman.
I didn't know if you. I didn't know if she wanted me or if she wanted me. Like you would go to the Rose ladder.
She did say she wanted to wrestle you in the morning, so
Yes, we
you
shall
don't
see
quite
in the morning, I
know
suppose.
exactly what that means.
We shall see in the morning, I suppose.
And yeah. All right. You hear nighty night, says the guards. Nighty night. Time. Wake up in 7 hours. You hear Linzi in a nearby room saying good night. So it's getting.
Oh.
All right.
I believe we have one more member here. Your name, sir? He's referring to Lumen.
I'm Lumen. Lumen Adidos. Not much to tell so far. Just as I said earlier, I'd like to explore and see everything there is to see.
Yes, sir. That is a very admirable goal that I will most definitely assist you on. I recognize that you have very fine armor, sir. There is something to be said about a sturdy piece of steel between you and the slings and arrows of civilization.
Oh yeah,
Dangers of this world.
it's always better to not take a hit when you can afford to. I've seen in the past.
I believe that there will be many dangers that we will have to face, and I believe that your armor will prove itself suitable in the task.
Well, it has in the past. I hope it continues to.
So I assume your armor is on the floor next to your other knickknacks and glasses and other things and the lock of hair.
A whole pile of stuff just in the corner,
Oh my God.
right at the foot of the bed.
You must be the most annoying travel mate. If you were like to check in your luggage or something.
In the normal donned off rules have got to be at least tripled when you take into account all my knickknack.
All right, the guards have called for it to be quiet time. They say quiet. The bear gives a yawn.
Okay. You come up on the bed.
Okay, so what is it? What are we doing? Well, you fall asleep, and in the middle of the night, feel like it's maybe 5 hours later or 4 hours later, you hear a cry, a yell, like a scream in a hallway from one of the guards. It's woken all of you.
What was that? Redford kind of gets up. He
Well,
unloads.
Redford's still here, so it wasn't that someone saw him.
Yes. Dude,
Oh,
observation.
That was a scream, I think. Wake up
And we should probably check it out.
for me.
Yes. Don't you need
Alright.
to put your armor on though?
Nobody
I
has their armor
do
on.
indeed.
You don't look very defended like that. You don't really look very defensible naked.
I will strap back on the breastplate and spend a little bit of time doing that.
Redford will like guard the door as she does that. Just to can I peek through the door at all?
You could, and you see a group. You hear screams from other rooms, and there's right now you've only anyone who had medium armor or more did not have time to put it on yet.
Oh,
So
I think my armor is my skills.
I have my leather, so it shouldn't be difficult to.
All right, and you see someone trying to stealthily approach your room. It's somebody who clearly does not have good intentions, and also seems to have some tattoos on their hands, but they are coming out with daggers out. And you hear more screams down the hall as they seem to be going into the rooms, murdering the people within.
Oh,
We are
that's not
rolling
good.
initiative.
Well, this will be an interesting surprise when they open the door and they find, oh, a frickin' dragon.
I was just say these assassins
Whoopsie.
clearly drew the short saw. Whoops.
uh-oh.
All right.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay.
I'm Furio.
For those
Okay.
20s I rolled clear.
Let's see. +3. Okay, they get +2 to initiative. So, 2 people have not rolled initiative yet.
Sorry, I thought I put it in.
Okay, Sylvanus still needs to.
Oh, I did. I rolled them.
All right. Imaginative is gonna you open the door first, so as to kind of caught it by surprise. It takes an action to go over, and with its dagger out, it's going to try to stab the dragon.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Right in the throat, and does 12 damage to the dragon, and then with the does a second stab, Game of Thrones style, and misses.
Oh, he will suffer for that.
All right, the neighbor tries to do the same. You have +2 to AC because of the wall providing cover, and we're going to do 2 attacks here, and they both miss. And Lumen is next.
All right. Well, Redfern is in the doorway, but I suppose I will try to. I will at least spend an action to pull out my hatchet and my amulet.
Okay.
And is there any? Okay, so that is.
I think it's just
that.
Yes, correct.
Okay. And I don't really have anything to do beyond that, so I will.
You can
I'm all done.
do an esoteric lore thing.
I
You
can't.
You battle medicine?
I don't have battle medicine. The esoteric lore is not in my actions. That's unfortunate.
Oh.
I
It's
just
in
have
your skills.
exploit. I have the exploit vulnerability.
That is the actual name of the action itself.
Yes.
This is your
Okay. Okay.
esoteric lore skill.
I will do that. Yeah. I will. Okay. I need to roll an esoteric lore check against. I'll do the imaginative.
Okay.
And there we go.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
Nice.
All right, you learn it has no weaknesses, no resistances, no particular vulnerabilities, and you get to choose. Because it has no weaknesses, you get to make a personal antithesis to it. So that has weakness.
I will give
2
it
to
a
you.
weakness. Okay, yeah.
And it's personal
Gotcha.
for you. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Redfern.
I'm gonna bite this asshole.
Yeah, this was not the. Yeah. Okay. You bite it right on the leg. Right on the arm. That's stabbing you in the neck, and that's gonna be 7 damage, and it screams out in agony.
Claw.
Yep. Okay, and that knocks out the cutthroat.
Wow.
Then I'm gonna use my final action to use my final claw because I don't have much else to do.
All right, it has cover against you.
Yep. Yep, miss. I kind of figured it'll miss. End turn.
All right, self-centered is going forward, and it's just gonna. Did you see what I just did?
No, I was just more of laughing at the fact that the self-centered guy is the one that's running forward to taint the
So
dragon.
wait, so Sylvanus, did you roll initiative?
It looks like she
I
did
did.
not, or he did not. Sylvanus, Anthony.
I did. It's
According to us, think you did not.
Did you
roll
just
this.
roll perception, which is different from initiative?
no. Well, let's roll. Well, what did I do? I rolled. Let me see. I did a. Yeah.
Did you
rolled
roll it from the
perception.
combat encounter tracker?
I see it. It was a perception roll. Okay.
Yeah.
So it was a total of 9. So I'm gonna put it where it belongs. Okay. All right. The self-centered one is gonna go after Redfern, and also do a similar stab. And those will miss. And Astel.
Okay. Well, with her first action, she's going to reach into her bag that's, I'm assuming, somewhere around her bed and pull out one of her healing potions and basically offer it for Redfern to take it.
You can just deliver it with an action.
Feel
Yeah,
free.
that I was going to cast a spell with my other action though. Then I would need. Evil Eye is one action. Okay, then yeah, deliver it with another action.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 1d8 hit points to Red Fern.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And...
I'll give you 3.
Got it.
And yeah, this kind of a complete stranger, mostly to you, is helping you.
Yep. At least right now he's holding the door.
Yeah.
And then she'll cast Evil Eye on the self-centered Black Tear Cutthroat.
All right. What does this look like? Especially since it's the first time you guys are seeing each other fight. Just want to ask you guys
So she's I'm really bad at coming up with magic words, so
That's
I'm
okay,
not going
it's
to.
okay.
And yeah, so she is going to cast a spell, and she is going to definitely get a scary mean face on as she does so. Definitely leading into the name of the spell, Evil Eye, and definitely trying to shake to him that this is not a good day for him.
Yeah, and this is not merely a look. This is something supernatural happening. So it gets a will save.
Knocked on the wrong door. Yep.
If he fails and is frightened 1, giving a -1 to all stats or important checks and DCs.
That is my turn.
Oh wait, what I had meant to Red Fear, you had missed an opportunity before. You're a fighter, right?
What was it? Yeah, what was the opportunity?
Someone
What was the
walking past
manipulate
your, leaving a square you threatened.
Did they leave it though? Because I thought they were.
Yeah, they moved from here to here.
Oh, that's a good point. Oh shit, I forgot that.
Yeah. Okay.
Gotta keep an eye
Next time,
out.
sometimes they let people give once over, but this is something Matthew knows to do. Matthew's really on top of it.
I love it.
He's beyond the learning phase. Just
I
pointing
know.
it out.
Also, I think you skipped Sylvanas.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sylvanas.
Oh, well, no. Oh, yeah, it is my first action. I want to use Hunt Prey on the self-centered.
Mm-hmm.
The self-centered Black Tear Cutthroat.
Mm-hmm.
For my second action, I am going to command Aurelius so he can get his action. And for my third action, I'm going to move there.
Okay.
And so Aurelius's 2 actions, he is going to attempt an athletics check to shove the black bear, the self-centered guy. So I don't know how.
Well, actually, shoving is going to push him into an occupied square unless he critically succeeds.
Well, no, I mean, it would, like, right there.
That's a
It's
wall.
That's a wall.
Oh. Okay, well then he will, instead, strike against him with his jaws. So, yeah, target, strike.
Oh, if chat's wondering how I got the PDF, I manually screenshotted from the PDF. However, there's the module PDF to Foundry is out. I don't know if individual PDFs need to be updated within that module, but it lets you just import all of the maps with walls and stuff for free if you have an official watermarked PDF.
I don't know if Kingmaker's on there.
Yeah, it's usually a little behind the publications of the PDFs. That's a hit by the bear.
No.
The bear is biting down. The bear. So this is how the bear feels about you, Red Fearn.
Thank you, Bear.
And so he should get, because I hunted prey, so he should.
What's your hunter's edge?
Precision.
Okay, you get an extra D8 precision damage.
So I'm gonna roll damage.
7.
And then the 1d8 precision
So for those watching, the PF2 Ranger is really cool. Like they take a moment to hunt something, and they're really good at taking down single target foes. And if they have an animal companion, the animal companion has the same advantages against that target.
So much better than a 5th edition Ranger.
Yeah. It's not. It's Rambo, not Druid Light.
15
Oh,
damage.
no.
So
Wow.
Master told it to kill it, and it did good. Right to the throat, mauled it. 15 damage. Went with one bite. It has another action.
For his other action, he to step forward. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Step forward there.
Cool.
Yeah. And that ends my...
And you know what? Technically, you had commanded it before your third action. Would you have moved somewhere else?
No, I
You
would
moved right here.
I would have moved right where I was at.
All right. This cutthroat is saying, "Help us! Help us!" and is gonna try to stab your bear. That's a miss. Very clumsy, and he's not doing well. And he's gonna move around the corner.
Back on duty.
Try to hit a 17 because of cover. Ah, the fighter hits because the fighter is an expert with strikes. That's a 9 damage, and that defeats this. And you hear chaos, pandemonium all around. Lumen still has not put on his armor. And what does the party do at this time?
Did
You
he
guys
die?
know any medicine?
I know how to treat wounds. I don't really have equipment, though.
One character.
Do
Here, I'll loan you my tools. You can heal him up, and I'll
Oh, Lumen.
Get my armor
Is
put
this
on.
Lumen's hoarding behavior being very useful? Is that what happened?
yeah.
Yeah.
all right. Okay, so Astel will try to treat wounds on Redfern. Hopefully,
Uh-huh.
my low wisdom does not come to bite us.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
That's good.
all right.
2d8.
I'll eat it,
Just
or I'll take it. So that is 2d8 healing.
All right. That's.
Also,
15.
Ow.
That's
out of character, I also have the medicine skill at +5.
Oh,
Ah.
okay.
Maybe in the future.
But if you got full health, I think.
Okay. So Sylvanus, our survivalist, is a little better for the moment.
But you already rolled, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry,
I
I
have
was
the health, by the
going off of the sheet that we have, so I thought I had the highest one. So yeah, Astel will happily take a step back.
Oh, I forgot.
Redford's gonna peek outside.
Ah, I see. That would have been accurate. My sheet's not accurate. So Sylvanus got trained in medicine since I last checked.
Yeah, so
Okay. Gotcha.
I don't have that up, and I don't really have the ability right now to look for it. Do you need my...
We'll deal with all that between sessions. Not a problem. Okay. All right. So you guys basically heard a lot of the hubbub continuing around you, and it seems like it sounds like some people had survived, and you hear some people yelling, "Main hall, main hall!" But there still seems to be struggles going on around you after 10 minutes. Your armor is now on, Lumen, and here in the hall,
Heck yeah.
I see her now walking out. That this has a polished marble floor. There are several potted plants lining the walls and tapestries of woodland hunting scenes. And you see guards that look like they've been slain here at these different guard posts leading inside. There's a portcullis that leads with a stairway leading upstairs to the upper floors, but there's a portcullis that has fallen and preventing people from going upstairs. And
Should we look for survivors first?
Yes. Can I check any of the? Can I also check the assassins, whatever they're called, for like any notes? Like I didn't know who they are.
Yeah, the first thing you notice about them is that they have tattoos of tears under their eyes. 3 tears. And I'm actually going to see if I can show you that picture again. So that is definitely distinctive of them. They all seem to have been killed also. And you can do a society or thievery check, a secret one, to see if you know more about what these tiers indicate. Anyone can do this,
Society
actually,
of
if you're all
Thievery.
talking to each other.
I will attempt to make that roll as well.
Okay, make a blind roll.
3.
Okay.
Double line.
Okay. Alright, lots of people. Astel and Redfern both recall the same bit of information, that you know that there is a thieves guild called the Black Tears, and there's they usually have a motto called "Live Free or Slaughter," and you actually see that tattooed in Draconic on Redfern on one of their arms when you roll the sleeve up. They also had some basic equipment, you guys. They had daggers, hand crossbows, studded leather armor, and 5 silver each. So I'm just gonna keep.
Redfern, just take the gold or silver.
I'm gonna create a loot actor under the actors directory. Loot actor.
Oh, you said they had 5 silver each?
Yeah. So 15 silver. And also the guards and the also have stuff.
Yeah, can I investigate them as well? See if they have anything on them useful.
They seem to have little vials of liquid. And long swords, daggers, light crossbows, many crossbow bolts.
I like try to identify the liquid.
Okay. That does take time in this game.
I know.
Yeah,
How long?
They are identical to each other. And there are... How many of them are there? There are 2 of them. Doesn't tell me how many guards there are. Let's see. There is one of these files. Okay. Alright, what do you do now?
Do any of them have any other interesting knickknacks or anything that I might be able to steal?
Not at first
I won't
glance.
necessarily make you like fully answer that question, but
One of them seems to have a string tied around his finger.
Kid, and it was a gift from his kid, and now the kid's an orphan, and
Are you gonna be a guilt
perfect.
tripper?
no, that is all out of character.
Dude, this is perfect for when I esoteric lore his child in just
When he comes
psychic
back,
damage right there.
Yeah, all these doors are open. It looked like there are corpses inside each room.
Yeah. So can I try to identify the liquid? Does anyone know what the liquid is? Anyone get at that stuff?
That takes 10
I'll move
minutes
with
for you,
Sylvanus.
which and I'll then, if you were to do that, I would ask other people what they're doing at this time.
Yeah, I'll try to identify the liquid while they're doing that stuff.
Okay. All right. So Lumen is at a door.
I accidentally...
2 of the beds here are soaked in blood, and a severed human hand is in the middle of the floor. And there is a trail of, looks like they were dragged towards the west, the bodies.
Yum.
And there are some
Alright,
large
I guess we ought to
footprints.
follow this.
There are some large footprints of the blood. So this is something rangers should be wary of when you hear little clues. You're like a kind of an investigator. You can hunt prey based on what you just saw.
That also seems like something that I would want to do, and perhaps track
Yep.
where this stuff is going.
Okay, so you hunt prey, giving you +2 to perception and survival to track, I think. Here in the northwest is... there are 5 corpses here. This does not have corpses. And there were 5 corpses in this room. Okay. Alright, it looks like you're headed to the west, and...
Of anyone that we recognized?
No. None of the people you
Okay.
talked to, at least. What am I looking for? Yeah, the clock. So I'm advancing it to 3:22 a.m. You were woken up at 3 a.m. And give me a secret check, Red Fearn, of a d20. Just a d20.
Okay. Secret?
Yep.
How do we see? Oh, this is a public roll. Secret roll?
Secret.
Private GM roll?
Blind GM roll. Or just do a control click.
Well, I don't know how to do a classic 20, so I'm just rolling it
Okay.
this way.
Alright, you think that it is a... an antidote. Lesser antidote.
That's your antidote.
All right, I think that we should follow this blood trail to see where it leads. If you would be so kind as to follow me, I will track this down and see what we can find.
Take a plan.
And I'll
Oh, shit.
open
There's one.
that door.
Oh, shit.
Alright, here we go. There's another fight. Oops. Roll initiative, folks. And if you see a pop-up window whenever you roll something, asking you if you have any circumstance modifiers and so forth, there's a way to remove that, and I can tell you how. And if you don't
Okay.
want it.
So would this be something that I would roll survival for with my hunt prey?
If you want to, yes. If you're, like, focused on... I actually did not go over exploration activities, you guys. Would one of you have been scouting?
Well, yeah, I had hunted prey on the blood.
So you would be following tracks, which is a thing.
Okay.
And would someone want to be, by default, scouting in this group?
I would be most likely that person. Not to say that somebody else can't do it as well, but
Yeah.
it's kind of in the job description.
All right, gotcha. Other people were just, in general, freaking out at this time. I should have asked for... No, I'll ask you now. What's your default exploration activities?
Mine is probably to
What-
investigate and search for stuff.
Okay, that's
What are the options
thaumaturge.
again?
Thaumaturge has lots of knowledge stuff going on.
Yeah.
Red Fear and what?
What are the actions for exploration again?
Searching for secrets, avoiding notice, casting a spell, raising your shield. If you want to have a reaction,
Well-
I know you, Red Fear, and you want to have a reaction before your first turn, so you can be defending,
Yes,
defending or scouting.
defending, yes.
And
I'll
in
do
that case,
defending.
I allow it. Okay,
Defending because scouting's already taken, so.
all right. And Astel?
Right now, probably detecting magic.
All right. So those will be your default unless you tell me otherwise. And these 4
Yeah.
seem to have crossbows at the ready, except one of them has a little vial in her hand instead. This one, the grandiose one. And we are going to start with...
Savannah Soul hasn't rolled, by the way.
What?
Savannah Soul has not rolled.
Yeah, Sylvanas.
Um,
You know how to get the encounter tracker up on this
yeah,
one?
I do, but
You wanted to roll
So-
survival for initiative, right? So this is how you do it. Open your character sheet. And
double self. Okay.
and on the left-hand side, you see initiative.
Yes.
And then there's a drop-down menu. Yep. Okay. You also...
That's actually less. Well, but
you know what?
Yeah.
It's going to be equal if you're tracking your prey, I think.
yeah. But then I could use perception for that, wouldn't I? Because
Just use perception because it's going to be used more often, and it's equal anyway when you consider your survival bonus.
So this would be plus,
also, everybody should know I have this module where you can make your character you can make any window pop out. Every window has pop out at the top. You can make it a separate browser window.
So I have a +2 circumstance bonus for that.
And what you had been rolling previously was skill checks, which Foundry doesn't understand to be an initiative check. So you have to click that initiative thing for it to actually register it. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Okay, Redfear, you're up. And and this room looks like it's, very pretty, a water garden, an indoor garden that's supposed to look like a tropical paradise with flowering vines hanging from the walls.
Redfear's gonna stare at this guy in intimidating glare. The door's open now.
That wasn't open. Nope. You can
My
walk
bad.
in.
Yeah, I'm asking because I'm doing the suicide. I don't want to intimidate him.
You can walk in and intimidate it, but you guys only opened one door according to.
No, I can see him from here.
Oh, you're talking about this guy, the suicidal.
Yeah, this guy right here. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not within 30 feet.
He isn't.
Demoralized as a 30-foot range.
He isn't at 30 feet. How far is he?
35.
Well, I'm gonna move like right here.
Oh, before I forget, chat, if you want to follow our sessions for Kingmaker after this first one, you need to subscribe to my side channel where my campaigns live. Only my first sessions are on the main channel.
No, I'm gonna open this door, and which one has the strange file? You said
this one, but that's 2 actions.
Well, that would probably the most dangerous. So I'm just gonna use my last action to intimidate.
Okay, all right. You have intimidating glare.
Anyone get a hero point for the last 2 hours?
I've not given one, but I should give one. I enjoyed Anyway, I feel like playing favorites. Since we're near the end, have everybody get a. I'm gonna roll randomly to see who does not get a hero point, so that people don't feel I'm giving favoritism. Sylvanas does not. Sorry. Everybody else, give yourself a second hero point.
It's
supposed to be 1 every 3 hours, and Redfear, that was not very intimidating, Redfear. You could use your last hero point.
Nah.
You want to? Okay.
Nah.
All right, Astel.
Okay.
Oh, and I want to ask you a question. I have some people who want their familiar riding on their shoulder or something. I adapt a rule that's written somewhere, I don't know where, that if somebody is riding a creature that's not meant to be a mount, they're taxed 1 action. So if the familiar were ever to be commanded to have 2 actions, it would have 1 action if it were on your shoulder. Otherwise, you'll have to command it to make it follow you and stuff. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Could he, be hanging out in her bag at all, unless she commands him to come out?
Yes.
Okay.
With greater cover. I'm trying to think of how to adjudicate this. With cover. And it will be flat-footed and have cover.
Okay. That's mostly just because I don't know how frequently I'm going to be using my familiar.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a at least in combat kind of a thing. So it's just kind of I don't see a reason why he couldn't just have a little pocket in the bag.
But it's sticking out a bit. Its head.
Lightning will happen. Be careful.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Anthony remembers a familiar casualty.
Yeah.
Adventure I ran.
Yeah.
But to be fair, they critically failed, I think. But
and we're all stuck in a doorway.
I do also have the phase familiar
yes.
focus spell. So
yeah, that's a witch thing. Witches are the super familiar classes.
Well, everyone is out of my range, which is now she's thinking she wished she grabbed a crossbow.
Oh,
So she...
I should ask this. I usually ask these things. What do people hold by default when exploring in dangerous situations?
Nothing.
Red Fearon has nothing. Lumen? You're gonna
An
have one hand on your
amulet, my
weapon.
amulet and my hatchet. Yeah.
Okay. Sylvanas?
Normally would be my longbow. However, we're inside, so it would be my short sword.
Gotcha. And Astel?
Which disadvantages me in this current situation, but
Astel would be wielding her staff typically.
Okay. Cool.
It's not magical staff. She just makes it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Just like that.
her kobold beating stick.
Yep.
Hey, why she kobolds?
Why not?
They smell.
Yeah.
So
Want to talk with that?
Sorry. Yeah, everyone is out of range. This is not good, especially since they all go after me. Should have taken. Wow, should have taken reach spell, right?
you guys can take cover behind the walls if you don't want to advance.
Yeah.
You also move. You can also move and strike from another distance.
So probably, yeah, she'll probably move up here. Oh, yeah. Now I can't see anything.
Well, Foundry won't let you see anything, but I know you can do.
Okay. Sorry.
There's
I'm
something here.
Yeah,
that
there's
you
something
can
there.
see.
Okay. I can see. All right, and then that is within 30. Okay. So in that case, I will cast telekinetic projectile
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
at that.
It does have cover against you, but you know.
That is fine, and she'll pick up some debris that she sees around to throw at it. So that will
All right,
be
lots of rocks
bludgeoning.
in this garden.
Yep.
Ooh, that is.
That's
Ooh, that was
funny.
animated. Cool. That's a hit
Yeah.
right on the head,
Nice.
and that's
Okay.
gonna be 8 damage. And this
8.
person is knocked, well, by rule killed. All right.
Bludgeon. As brain
Bombastic is going to seize the dragon. It's gonna be like my other campaign. The dragon got all the attention because it makes sense.
knockout. Not
We have these
again.
hand crossbows. That's a miss. Reload. And it's animated, and that's really cool. Those are misses. The grandiose one is going to move forward and throw an alchemist fire in your direction, using this same attack bonus, aiming for Red Fearon. Oh, critical
No.
miss! So there's not even splash happening. Oh,
Wow.
jeez.
Skill issue.
Skill issue. Let's see what else that person had. Okay, she is next going to take out a crossbow. And Machiavellian is going to fire a crossbow. Let's see. I want to make this a little more random. I'm actually going to fire it at Sylvanas. My rolls have been bad. Okay, those miss.
No, because you crit. Because the first thing you did was a crit. On
Yeah,
me.
Sylvanas.
This is just payback. Yeah, it's balancing out. Nature is healing.
Karma.
Yep.
Anthony.
Yes. So, for my first action, I will. Sorry, this is a new class for me. So, animal companions. How fast? He's 35 feet.
Yeah,
Alright.
the bear's pretty fast.
Yeah, so I'm going to first hunt prey on the grandiose for my first action. For my second action, I am going to command. Wait, my
Okay,
second action.
You should do what you want here, but I just so
Yeah.
that you're learning the options of your companion. You can have it move forward and strike, or move forward and give support.
Well, I don't have my bow out.
Right.
So I am going to I'm going to, for my second action, I'm actually going to move out of the doorway and do a 5-foot step.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to do that. And then for my third action, I'm going to command Aurelius to move there.
Here comes the bear.
And he is going to target that, and he is going to big boy bite.
Mm-hmm.
And does hunt prey? No, the hunt prey doesn't actually give an attack bonus, does it?
No.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so
No, it
you
doesn't.
will get precise strike damage
Yes.
if he hits.
Which will probably kill it, because
Yeah.
That's a
there's
hit.
no much
So damage.
All right, mauled. Oh,
He's dead.
jeez. Your
He's
bear has been doing insane damage.
And Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh man, I think that's like both attacks of the bear have been like.
All right.
either max or near
This
max.
is
That was
this is
max
the
damage.
story arc. Everyone thinks the bear is the main character now.
bear for the king.
Yeah.
Now they. Now
Oh my
they,
god,
now
you could be a
they're-
baron.
Now they're gonna die at the end of this session. I hope you're ready.
Sylvanas will cry out, "Good boy! That's a very good boy!"
All right, Lumen.
Oh,
That's
shit.
the end of the turn.
I will move through there. Oops, that's the wrong button. And that's about as far as I can go. And I will esoteric lore check on the bombastic guy.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Adjective. Man.
Oh.
Oof.
Just not a success. But you can still you can still target make a personal antithesis.
Okay.
You just don't learn a weakness and you don't have a
We also learned the weaknesses already, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that is my turn.
No, that was two actions.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I can move 20 more feet.
Mm-hmm.
I'll move there.
Okay. So you have a speed penalty,
Mm-hmm.
but you have a strength of 16. So you can go 25 feet, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, that's okay. I'll stay there anyway.
Yeah.
When you have the strength, you ignore the first 5 feet, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Of the speed. So, like, if it's 10, like,
Oh,
playing Amiri,
my.
then you go 5 feet less, not 10.
Yes.
It's medium armor, so it only has a 5-foot penalty anyway. So
Yeah. My bad. Okay.
I think it really affects
Well, it's a
your
nice
armor,
surprise.
or the-
Yeah.
Okay, Red Farron.
Okay, how deep is this water right here?
Good question. It looks like it was decorative, and that
Because I'm aquatic and I have, like, that 10-foot swim speed. Can I move this, like, this regularly?
it is 5 feet deep, and it is a slow stream, and it looks like it flows into the southern wall, which is strange. And there's a
Can I walk across it and act? Can I just walk across it and bite this guy? Oh,
not
shit,
if it's
he put
5
the door.
foot deep. Swim is its own action. It's separated, so
Yeah, I'm going to. Oh,
Swim.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna like walk up. How far can I go? I keep closing the door because right now I keep trying to click my token. So how
You
far
can
would
use your
this
arrow
be
keys
in
to move
after
too.
terms? And after terms, how far forward would this be?
Oh, wait, what's your speed? Let's start with that. 25 feet.
25.
So you'll need 2 strides to get to one of them.
Okay, I'm gonna move 2 strides to just bite this guy.
Okay.
But so I'm tired. I don't want him to live anymore.
That's fair. Alright. You don't like walking around things, I see. That's a personality
Yes.
trait.
Also, yes.
Ooh. Whoa, jeez, that's a critical
Ooh.
sound. Whoa, with a natural 17. Welcome to Pathfinder 2. Alright, 16 damage. Hey,
Split it in
Amy,
half.
someone in comments says God tier pun there.
Ah.
Yeah. Okay, 16 damage. You and the bear are like in a competition to see who can maul people
Yes.
better.
Who's
That's your
most
turn.
People.
Astel.
Oh, that's my name. Sorry,
Yeah,
new
that's
character.
you.
Like, yeah. Okay, so I will move out, and there's only one guy left, so she's getting another. It's gonna be kind of disgusting. She's just gonna get like a bone from one of her friends thrown at her with telekinetic projectile.
Whole body. Or-
Yeah, the
Well,
skull.
it says it.
Oh,
Oh, that's a natural one though.
Oh no. Oh well.
Well,
You accidentally hit the statue of some patron saint. Accidentally. Whoops.
don't tell Lady Jamandi I did that. That wasn't me. That was them.
Okay. The bombastic, clear black tier cutthroat takes out a dagger and sees it's kind of cornered, is just fighting to the death here. Well, 14. Well, and also wants to kind of get out of here, actually, to be fair. It's going to try to tumble through you. 11 does not succeed against your reflex DC, so it's kind of stuck. That was a strategic positioning by Lumen.
We try.
Sylvanas.
We do?
All right. So I am going to use my first action to draw my longbow.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Anthony, a year-old grizzly bear would be 150 to 200 pounds.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
Five.
It also could just be lots of muscle. Doesn't necessarily mean they're medium volume.
Yeah. So I'm gonna draw my bow with the first action. My second action is to move here.
Okay,
And my
you
third
avoid
action-
lesser cover.
Yeah,
Wait,
and my
actually, that puts you within volley range.
Wait. Hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yep.
So it wouldn't be. It's
Volley is 30 feet or less.
30 feet or less. Would he have? He'd have cover.
You're better off here because lesser cover only provides +1 circumstance AC.
Wait, I have something for this. Hunted shot.
That lets you do
Oh.
2 strikes.
Yeah,
With one action.
I can't. I thought it would get rid of cover. So I will just use my So I drew my bow.
Mhm.
I moved, so I don't have hunt prey here.
Wait, you
So
don't
I
have to
can't-
move because I explained
Oh.
to you about volley after.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I will hunt prey first,
Mhm.
and then fire my bow at
Yeah.
this guy. Target strikes 7. Roll.
Okay, that is a hit,
Edge.
and that is 6 damage.
Oh, it shouldn't be 6 because I
Yeah.
right. Never mind. Yeah, so it's 6 damage.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and that would be my turn.
The hunted shot is a second. You get to attack again as part of your action.
No, I can't. I drew my bow. I hunted prey. Hunted. Oh, it is one action, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That's the value of hunted shot.
Oh, so I roll again?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Then I will do that.
You do add your map normally, so it would be like a second attack normally.
Then we'll.
Okay,
That-
that is a miss, and it's Lumen.
And being right next to the bombastic black tier cutthroat, I'll make a strike with my hatchet.
This is the one that you found something, right? So you have a piece of string
Yes.
now attached to your hatchet.
Yeah. And he just sees that string and he knows, man, that was my friend.
Uh-huh. 14. It
Um,
dodges. Just barely dodges.
all
Oh.
right, and I will attempt to make a second strike.
Okay.
If you hover over his
Hit.
15 hits. Heck yeah. And
if you hover over his the token and press T, it'll target that specific target. So when you roll the attack, it'll come up with hits and misses automatically.
oh, good to know. Okay, I didn't know it was the T that did that. Thank you.
No worries.
All right. So, again, lush indoor garden with a languid stream. Lots of colorful flowers. There are 2 narrow wooden bridges. Partially submerged in the stream is a life-sized marble statue depicting an armored half-elf holding a rose and wielding a shield. And that's this room.
Is the blood path still leading this way?
Yes.
This way?
Through here.
Would we like to spend a touch of time in this room or continue searching on?
Maybe a quick search to loot the bodies and such.
A quick search.
Okay. Well, you find that with a minute of searching, you find that they have similar equipment. Daggers, hand crossbows, studded leather armor. Oh, and 20 more silver pieces.
So do you want to high crossbow if you're proficient with them? Or not proficient, you want to be trained.
So, so for some reason I thought they were light crossbows. If they're hand crossbows, I don't think I'm proficient in them because I'm only proficient in simple weapons.
Okay.
So
The guards had light crossbows.
You want to head back and grab those while we search the room a bit more?
Might as well. So Asta will carefully run back, get a light crossbow.
We're just searching a bit more while she goes to grab it, if that's okay.
All right.
So you can
Secret perception checks while I put a light crossbow into the party pool.
Secret checks for everybody?
Those who are in this room, yeah.
Okay.
That's also a macro people can do.
It's also perception, just a blind eye right next to the dice, and that's secret.
Also, I
see.
probably should ask this because I use consumables. Are we tracking ammo?
Not. No.
Okay.
None of this is like a super important consumable, I imagine.
Yeah, I
Health
basically
tokens, health tokens
my
are
whole
different
ammo
from
tax
arrows.
is you pay for them at level 1. That's kind of it.
Arrows count. I mean, arrows don't count, but paying potions do.
Red Fearon, it looks like there's a little secret panel in this statue.
Oh, I'll go open
Inside,
it. Then.
there's a well, I'm giving you a hero point, by the way, because that was a good idea. There's a stone lid that slides open, and there are 6 vials with liquids in them. 4 of them match each other, and a small bronze key. So I'm gonna put these in the party pool.
Hey, Lumen, that's your name, right? Do you know what these potions are? You seem to go through this magic stuff.
I don't think I can identify it any quicker than you can, friend.
But you probably have better proficiency.
Yeah, it would take 10 minutes though. I don't know if
Yeah.
what you guys
Okay.
want to do.
Fair enough. So let's keep going then.
Okay. Let me put these in the inventory before I forget.
And you get.
I mean, Astel's really good with potions, but yeah, we don't really have the time right now. Just as a
Fair enough. Let's head in when everyone's ready, I guess.
yeah.
Okay, hold on. The bronze keys looks perfect for Lumen though to carry.
The
I'll
bronze.
give you the-
Do you want to be like the? Oh, by the way, I don't know if we have occasion to do it. There's usually I usually have players make a shared journal entry. I'm just gonna make a player notes in case you want to keep notes here. But things like keys and where you found the key, you kind of want to have that in a certain place. So I'm going to make a player notes journal entry. It's under journals, and make it owned by everybody. But yeah, you found a bronze key here.
Where's the blood lead?
Towards the west through that closed door. Oh,
Right
the now
here.
opens door.
Oh.
Hey, whoa! You're over here already? Hold on.
Oh, I didn't mean to open the door. I meant to ping it, so that door's not open.
All right, the bloodied corpses of 6 guards and 3 people wearing
Oh,
black cloaks are here
I didn't
in
mean
the
to open
hallway.
the door. Oh, the hallway. Okay.
Yeah, and you also hear the sound of a deep voice roaring from behind. Oh, the door that you accidentally opened, but actually never really opened.
I was trying to ping it, not open it.
And sound of roaring and howling. And actually, secret perception checks from everybody. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Alright, you just hear roaring. Something's yelling with a loud, deep voice. Behind the door. Are you guys able to see my ping, even though it's behind a door?
Yeah.
I can see it.
Okay.
And you can still see pings even when they're in, like, blackness.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm definitely gonna try to continue to follow the tracks.
Yes, and
I-
actually, I'm
let's
trying
let's try to
to
make sure
see
everyone's in
where it
position to-
leads. I want to know where it leads.
At least it leads to this door. This room.
Yes, they do lead to the store.
Okay, so I'm gonna move close to the door, and is there any way I could so I know we heard some sort of roar in there. If I listened at the door, would I hear anything else?
You hear some it's definitely saying words.
But I can't understand it.
Yeah, you're not succeeding at that.
Okay, so I want to say, so there's something significant going on behind this door. Are we ready to find out what's going on here?
Different is. You just spawned a big thing. Okay.
I mean, if you guys are willing to take the brunt of it, sure.
Yeah.
If you stay close and I get a good look at him, I might be able to protect you.
Okay, then I'm gonna open the door.
All right.
And that's gonna be objections.
Okay, don't open it yet. Let me do something.
Okay. Stop pressing the door.
What? Okay, hold on. Let me speed read something.
While he's speed reading, how's everybody doing? Are we having a fun time? Is this an enjoyable experience?
People are getting murdered.
Great time.
Yeah.
Are you talking to the players or the
that,
characters?
Oh, that's sure. That's from Anne.
You also hear oh, whoops! Yes, you open the door and you see an ogre with a crossbow bolt buried in his back, and he seems to have he's like flailing about. Looks like he can't see at the moment, and he's yelling at he's saying, "Where are you, halfling?" That's what he's saying, and you see a small form hiding behind this chair, in the corner, and the ogre-like creature says, "Who's there?" And we are rolling initiative.
Would this be something that would my well, no, I have to hunt
you
for
have
it
hunt
again.
you. Yeah, I guess so, because you never explicitly told me you were gonna hunt the tracks.
So I'm just gonna
again.
roll standard perception.
You know what though? Whenever you're aware you're about to fight something, it's often I often will let you.
He is scouting though, right?
Yes. So,
Okay.
but he's last in initiative. Here we go.
With the 20. Oh, okay. I was about to say with a 23. Wow, not at all.
Well, excuse me.
Okay, hold on. What's the volley?
30 feet or less.
What is it -2 to attack?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I want to actually, cause I need to step there. Like, can I see him from where I was standing? Cause Foundry I couldn't.
Where were you
Right.
standing before?
Right here.
No.
Okay, so I want to move into. Actually, no, I don't want to move into the door. I want to move here. From here, I can see him, so that's a 5-foot step. And for my second action, I'm going to hunt prey because he doesn't look very friendly. And with my third action, I'm going to command animal with Mr. Aurelius.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, get him, boy! And he's take he's gonna run there, and he is going to target and attack.
Yes.
He's going to fight him because of course he is. He's the goodest of boys.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That is a regular hit, a 25.
Oof.
Ooh.
You're lucky that wasn't Redfern.
So that's
okay.
Have
add
you rolled an
precision
8
damage.
every single time?
I don't know
No,
what's
no,
going on.
not the first time.
so
Maybe he has
here,
like the silver plan.
damage.
Jeez,
Okay.
one less than Max. What's going on with you? Good boy. What does this look like, Anthony?
All right.
You hear
Wow.
a familiar voice from behind this chair, and she's saying, and the bear was good boy, and she's inspiring everybody with inspire courage.
Ooh,
And,
nice.
So everyone has +1 to attack and damage. Astel.
Okay. Well, Astel is going to move further in until she can see the big ogre. And then she is going to first cast Evil Eye on him.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And I double checked, and Evil Eye actually does not. Oops.
Oh
that's
wait,
the wrong
I'm
button.
sorry. Does it have the visual trait?
It doesn't. It has
What?
the mental. Yeah, right? Right? I was confused too.
Oh, okay. Wow, you really are a witch. You just go into their you go straight to their psyche.
Yeah.
Oh, that is an oversight on Paizo's part, I think.
No, it's magic.
It's just. I guess it's just magic. It's weird. So this is much less intimidation, more of just going directly into their psyche and just being
Yeah.
just jumping them with fear. So
If you
he
think
needs,
about
like, a
it,
will
it does
save.
have manipulate and it's it's like a witch casting a curse. It just maybe they're just borrowing the name of it from first edition. I don't know.
It's less about the target seeing the eye. It's more about the eye seeing the target.
Yeah, exactly. In Evil Eye, I believe in mythology, something.
I
like
guess so.
I don't know what that's about.
I mean, come on. We have voodoo dolls as witches, so there's no.
You look,
logic.
if you picture our target imposing malevolent.
All right, it's gonna try to resist the attack. Oh, jeez! What's happening? It basically is conflating the bear with this mental attack, thinking it's a vampire. What's happening? And
Well, other people watching.
huh?
is one of the
Oh, wait.
best
Uh-huh.
conditions to inflict upon somebody because he is now frightened 2.
Yeah.
Frightened 2 means that he takes a -2 penalty to
Everything.
everything. Attack rolls, DCs, skill checks, saving throws.
He's also blinded. On top of all that as well.
Yeah, so he gets a circumstance penalty to AC on top of the status penalty to AC.
Yeah.
So, well, we
Wait, don't you have
we
another
have
action, Amy?
I do, and so with my final action, I will cast guidance on my good friend Redfern.
Look at you!
who-
You're being the God Wizard buffer debuff.
Oh yeah.
person.
Let me introduce you to something called power attack.
Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. Redfern. Oh my god, power
Yeah.
attack with guidance, with evil eye, with bear.
Inspire courage. Inspire courage. Don't forget inspire courage.
Every +1.
Oh, you know
counts.
what though? Guidance. You're both her singing. The singing is still going to give you +1 to damage anyway.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, that.
I'm hero pointing that because I'm not satisfied with that.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh well. Wait, no, you did not hit them.
Oh.
You did not hit him.
I missed.
You missed
Well,
with the hero point. Yes. And Linzi says. Lindsay says, "Hey, I was singing and everything."
3 both
That's
times.
bullshit. Oh my god.
All right, that's your turn because that was a 2-action activity, and Gromog hates this bear, and he's gonna do a DC 5 flat check because something's causing him to furiously scratch himself. And he did he succeed? It was a DC 10 flat check. He failed, so he spends 2 actions scratching himself, and then he's gonna try to swing at this bear. And he's blinded, so he has a DC 11 flat check first. Then and he fails. Okay, Sylvanas.
You skipped my turn.
Oh, I'm
Lumen
sorry.
wants to go.
Lumen, I did. I am sorry. Hey,
Alright.
you're all being polite while I took away your rights.
I will
I'm
move
not
in.
doing much anyways.
And am I able to get a hit in at that range?
Diagonal is adjacent. Yeah.
Cool. Esoteric
Okay.
lore check for a
Uh-huh.
23.
All right, has no weakness, so you just get your personal antithesis.
Cool. And then I will make my hatchet strike as I do.
Okay. Oh no!
Oh my goodness.
Did he have no hero points? We have 2 minutes left.
I can use my final hero point.
All right.
If not, you can't lend hero points, right? I ask that like every time.
That
All right.
wait,
No.
its AC is
Wait, did
14, so that hits. I don't know. Who
Wait,
you're
so I would have
targeting.
hit. I would have hit as well.
I was
would've hit as
targeting
well.
myself again. I'm sorry.
Wait,
Wait,
Redfern had 14. No, you had 13, Redfern.
Oh, god damn it!
All right, every +1 matters. I haven't played it earlier, but I'm playing it now.
I had guidance. So that would have been 14.
You know what?
Guidance and inspired courage don't
This is
suck. I
actually a
totally forgot about
15.
Oh,
inspired
yeah.
courage.
You actually had Lindsay helping you too, so this is a 15 lumen and hit. Roll damage.
cool.
And we add 2 that has implements empowerment plus has weakness 2, so 11, and Lindsay makes that 12. And it had 10 hit points. It falls to the ground, scratching itself. It says no, and Lindsay says yippee. And she says, "Oh, it was so terrible. It was dragging in all of these adventurers. They're going out and killing everybody. We need to help them.
Yes,
we have to." And
yes,
that is when we
but
fade
more
to black.
More importantly, what loot does this thing have on its body?
Oh, before we fade to black, Redfern says, "What loot is on its body?" It's wearing furs and has an ogre hook. And
like a true dragon.
if,
The money.
Backsheesh. Backsheesh.
That there's no money. If you go in the hallway, there are some the people who were invading
Corpses,
the place.
yeah.
So let me just add their 15 silver and also tell you how much XP you have. Everybody adjust your character sheet so that 1200 is the level up.
How do I do that?
You can just, where it says 1000 right now, you can just...
Oh, I
Oh,
can just...
no.
Cool, okay.
And what are we out of? Like, oh yeah, or you got automatically. Never mind. About that.
Okay, 30 XP for rescuing Linzi. 60 for killing the ogre.
You get any XP for the other actions? Because you didn't get any XP for that. I mean,
Actions?
that's what I saw. The other two encounters, sorry.
Yeah. 60 for the first 3, 80 for the next 4. 140 plus 90 is 230.
That puts us at 230.
And then 80 for the roleplay section earlier.
Good time to go to a dentist.
So I have
310.
you don't need to count it because I'm about to do it using a module. Award experience. There you go. Y'all have 310. Congratulations,
cool.
folks. All right, comments, thoughts.
I enjoyed it. Even if I missed that one attack, I'm sad I missed. But that would have been awesome.
But you know what? Aurelius didn't miss once.
Aurelius
So,
hard carried us.
Yeah, Aurelius is like he was anyway.
He's the good of the boys.
Yeah.
He gets itches and the scratchings.
Yeah, see, this is all, the lesson is always feed your animal companion. Oh, and so yeah, other thoughts. Feel free to, we're only getting to learn each other and what people's preferences are. Always feel free to communicate with me separately, but yeah, any thoughts on how this went about Pathfinder? Wait, were any of you new to Pathfinder before this?
Like, 2nd edition?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay, yeah, no newbies in this group. Okay.
Yes.
I know
But a lot of
Anthony
newbies
likes
in
the
chat.
roleplay stuff.
Okay, so a little about me. I was
Yeah.
a theater nerd growing up. From like the 8th grade through high school, bunch of stage stuff, and also stage stuff and short films in college. So yeah, I'm learning about my character, and I found out he's not quite as laconic as I thought he would be, but I think that's more of me coming out and less of him coming out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah. Any other thoughts about the session or about what your character is thinking? Anything? And oh yeah, audience, like and subscribe, of course, but also subscribe to my side channel. Link is in the description if you want to get Kingmaker Session 2 when we go live for that, because that's not going to be on this channel. Kingmaker will not continue on this channel. I'm going to try to wake everyone from their stupor who are like multitasking. Kingmaker will not continue. Kingmaker, look at your screen, listen to me. Because you need to subscribe to the other channel. The link is in the video description where Session 2 will live. Okay, other thoughts and comments?
Listen to the sound of the clown hole.
I'm really liking it so far. Yeah, it's. I think my character is wondering what she got herself into. I think she's wondering if this was a trap set by Lady Aldori, or if this is if they got caught in the middle of something. But she's found a lot of confidence in her companions, especially that bear.
Everybody is like, you might as well have a name for make it the mascot of your team for something. But
Cool.
That's the second time you've commented that she's suspicious of somebody or jealous. You said earlier she was jealous of somebody, so she's a little, I remember that comment.
Yeah.
I know why she feels that, but that's a out of character knowledge than in character. But so what I'm gonna say is, if you lightning bolt my bear, I'm going to be very mad.
She's.
I will simply do what the adventure says. I cannot control it.
I know.
And I'm gonna keep the sandbox elements. Don't venture too far or you might stumble onto some things too.
Well, and I promise that I will not start another game of Kingmaker the video game
Oh, okay.
and I won't open my copy of this adventure that I had purchased. So
Okay.
Yeah.
This is going to be a long
Same
adventure.
things.
That's going to take a lot of willpower, Anthony.
I know, and I buy them so I can read them, and I did not. I mean, I had the
Well,
abomination.
doesn't mean you won't read them. I mean, it's fun to read something that you've just completed.
Yes, but
See,
like,
go back and see all the
yeah.
things you missed. Yeah.
Yeah.
the special edition of the Abomination Vault, and I haven't. Like I did while we were playing it, I did not open it at all.
Uh-huh.
Now I had the I'm an Adventure Pass subscriber, so I have all of the other ones, but it was so long ago that I haven't actually opened it up. So I'm going to have willpower. And anyways,
Okay.
I'm trying to read through the Impossible Lands special edition right now.
Okay. Okay, awesome. I'm glad. It sounded like people had a good time. And I think our goal is to meet next Wednesday. But not on this channel! Because it's... Subscribe to the other channel. Okay.
You hear that, chat? Not on this channel.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
on this channel. Not
All right,
on this
folks. The adventures of Aurelius and friends continue next time.
channel. Yep. Yeah.
All right.